you run this
Big D. Scottzilla, Shar. Excuse me.
Afraid of thinking I done my own way.
Thanks for stopping in. Hope you're doing good.
This strange and elusive, too afraid to lose it. I don't mind this pain. Most niggas want you for your kid.
Daniel Berry.
They'll never know just how long it takes. I weigh my own pride. I put it down on the line. There I go, voluntary punishment, self-inflicted pain, sickness, overused, way overused. Here I stand, time and time. It must be what you put me through.
Pistons.
It must be what you put me through.
When do you think they'll win the next championship, Daniel?
A little while longer. A bit more time. Why would you run these thoughts across my mind?
Well, when do you think they'll win their next championship?
Please believe me.
Might be another decade or so.
This I remain.
Ohio Steve, what's going on?
Lose myself restraint. Say love. Most niggas wouldn't let it alone. I fancy growing it all.
Hell, we might not be a city anymore then. Might end up being a township.
How much longer will I let it ride? There I go, voluntary punishment, self-inflicted pain, sickness from overuse. Will I let it ride? Here I stand, time and time. It must be what you put me through. Hey, yeah. It must be what you put me through. Here I stand, time and time. It must be what you put me through.
Oh, shoot. What's happening, Ronald Neho? Welcome in. Appreciate everybody for stopping in. What y'all doing? Just hanging out on the YouTube. Let's see. I was thinking on watching the State of the Union address. I am concerned about the welfare of this fucking place more than I am other places. Some don't seem to do that, but waiting to see anybody popping in new, or I should say some of the regulars. Brian, what's going on? Welcome in. Getting your Dr. Pepper and ready for you up. Yeah, I want to see who acts a fool. Big D. Is it just going to be old grandpa up there trying to tell us what's wrong? Or are we going to have a bunch of the peanuts from the peanut gallery snapping, cracking like usual lately? And they don't do shit besides bitch and complain. Smoke them if you got them. Welcome in. Jay Blues, what's going on? Mr. Blues in the house. the one and the only man with the golden fingers. Let's see what we got here. That's something I didn't do. Give me a second. I'll be right. What's up, Zilla? Miss Shar. A wonderful Miss Shar sharing the links in the house. Give me a second. I'll be right back. I'm back. Dan Houdini, what's going on? Ashley, welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. Just sent a couple of text messages. Let's see, let me fire this up. We got a toilet bowl full of some hash here. What are you doing, dogs? You want to go outside, don't you? Yeah, a couple of you know who you are. Check your text messages. I'll be right back. I gotta let the dog out. Come on, good boy. Go by. Hey, someone is in the basement. Mr. J Blues. You can turn the camera off if you'd like, sir. Not, you keep it on, I'll go on.
Where are we at on this new app? What's up, everybody? Hang on, I'm gonna shut the cam off. Appreciate you,
I was
brother.
gonna no problem. I was gonna turn mine on if you were staying on.
Let me. Oh, I can see the chat too. Okay, that's cool. Now, how's the mic? Is the mic okay?
Sounding great. Sounding great.
I don't have to turn it up at all. Let's see what it lets you do. The new app lets you do all kinds of shit.
Hey, I don't have your number, Zilla. You didn't get a text, no.
Yeah.
How you doing today?
I am doing great. The rain stopped, so
No,
it's sort of a
no.
nice day to do nothing. I'm being honest. But I'm doing great. Thank you.
That's good. At least hopefully it will start drying up. You don't start getting rain tomorrow.
I hope not. I know there's some bad weather coming this way. I'm gonna do a cam check real quick here. Let's see which one is cam.
I've been thinking the same thing. Like we're going to get bad weather. All we've been doing is getting a little bit colder weather. We haven't had no rain.
This for you, bro. Here you go. This for the whole
Yeah.
chat.
Cheers. I got my hash ready to go. I'm ready to watch one of the country's grandfather go give his speech.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Man, I was checking the news today, and man, they found this girl, Inkster, Michigan, where I used to live at Cherry Hill in Inkster. It's like Michigan and Inkster, between Inkster and Middlebelt. They found this girl. She'd been missing for 7 years,
God.
and they had her locked up in one of the motels on Michigan Avenue. And she called her mom, somehow got a hold of a phone, called her mom, and they invaded the place or raided the place and fucking got her out of there.
Holy shit.
Fucking been gone since 2017. It's like, wow. And it's insane. Just think all the hell she's been through. Probably had her on drugs, trafficking her.
It's amazing she could remember a phone number.
Yeah. That's but you know what? Like I still remember my phone number from when I was a kid, 255-3415.
Oh, yeah. Remember when you put the letters in front of it first?
KE. We had KE here.
Like Woodbine 7 in New York. It's like, so it was, I only remember it by W073982. That's it.
Hey, Kim, how you doing?
50 years, people. More. We're going back more than, holy shit.
Yeah, more than 50. Yeah, well, yeah, right in that era.
Bro. Yeah.
I remember we were like KE5, KE7. I remember those years. Plus, you could pick up the phone and there'd be somebody on it. You had the party lines back then. Be like, oh, okay.
That?
I'll try back in about 5 minutes, see if you're off the phone. Or you ask them, how long are you going to be on? I need to use the phone. Still having connection. Oh, you still having internet issues? See, I was having internet issues the other night. That's the way it always happens.
Kim Arsenet, hey, how's it going? And Don, 316, how you doing there?
Don, what's going on? Thanks for stopping by. Just have the jacuzzi. Oh, man. That would be nice. Let's see. Kim says, I still remember family's phone number back in the day, too. Yep. I can name off the address, phone number. Hell, I can name all the neighbors. Back in the good old days. I was just mentioning that the other night. Like nowadays, I live in the city, so there's more neighbors. It's like I can't even name off all the neighbors' last names. I can name off their names, but I don't know their last names. back in the day, I knew everybody's last names. You know, it's like we don't know each other like we did.
Yeah, well, out here in this neck of the woods, you got to know just a few key names.
Yep.
And hopefully, they might be uh, within 3 properties away or less. So everything down here is all back here in the woods. So one road in and one across. That's it.
Yep.
So to get into Rock Hill, that's different. When you're there, it's like, okay, welcome back to the real world. But out here, it's
Yeah.
possum country.
I
Don't
don't know
mind
how
me, motor. I'm a little high. There you go.
I wouldn't know how to act if I didn't have a neighbor for a quarter mile.
Oh, hell. Yeah.
Well, ugh,
Oh, yeah. Let's see if this thing will do it. I want to see if I can do this. Let's see if it'll let me edit audio avatar. So let's see if it'll let me upload an image.
I just had recently. I was checking my lives, just coming in onto the page and checking the lives, and I've got like 7 YouTube or 7 lives set up from over a year ago,
Wow.
and well, from 8 months to a year ago, and there's like 7 lives that weren't deleted. I never used. I got to go search through all my studio, go all the way through back then, and check, write down the dates and find them and delete them. I guess. Figure out how I got to do that.
You want to delete the lives out of StreamYard, you can do that. You delete the StreamYard part of it, but you do not delete the other one that would mean your YouTube live.
Well,
You
the
can leave
YouTube
them
lives
live.
were never started. They were never started.
Oh, those are easy to delete. Okay.
Yeah, I figure it's in the studio somewhere. I was just going to write down the dates and spin, go all the way back.
When you first go into open your StreamYard, where it says create or whatever, forget all of that. Go to post, and when you go to post, you'll see those lives that never started, and then go ahead and hit edit and put a check. Go ahead and open them up, and it'll say delete YouTube and StreamYard version, yes, and you just delete them one at a time. It takes it down off of YouTube for you.
I'm wondering if I deleted them out of StreamYard, because you have to hit that box that says delete YouTube also. And
Yes.
I may have deleted them off of StreamYard and just not off of YouTube. You see what I'm saying? Might not have hit those boxes on those ones.
Yeah, so I only delete the ones that once one goes, if it goes, it goes, and that the only live part of it I'll delete is the StreamYard copy.
I've set them up just to talk to people in the backstage, be talking, and I'm on the phone or with them, or in somebody else's chat, and say, hey, I'm going to send you a link, and
Does it remember when you end a live, if you're still in the studio? I wonder if it remembers that too before you leave. Surely it does, probably.
yeah. Well, see, that's why I'm thinking that, because if you don't use that live, it sits in the Chrome right on the home page. And I think I deleted them off the home page in Chrome, so they're not in the StreamYard anymore. But they're still on YouTube.
Yeah, that's
You see
easy
what I'm
too.
saying?
You go into the you go right into the
What's up,
YouTubestudio.com,
Jasper?
not the app.
Yeah, I have Studio downloaded already.
Yeah,
So
but
I
not the app version of Studio. Go to the actual www.youtubestudio.com and go in that way. Log in through your Google or your Chrome, and then go in there and look at content, and you'll see all the ones that never uh, went live, and you can go ahead and put a check mark in every one of them and delete them, and they're gone.
I've never tried to go in through
Yep.
Studio through that way.
Yeah, I had to check on some wrenches on my channel and make sure everything was in order. I go to the actual site. I don't use the download.
But are you on phone or tablet?
Sure, you can. I do it on the phone all the time. Yeah.
Okay. Because that's what I was wondering. I don't know how to do all that stuff on the phone. But if that's the way you say it's done, I'm going to try it. Definitely.
Yeah. It'll open right up in front of you. So no problem.
How you doing, Jasper? I appreciate you stopping up, Jay Blues.
Oh, heck yeah, man.
Oh, you know what? I had to have one, buddy. Why am I letting that? Yeah. Just, I slept half the morning. And went out and did some little stupid stuff around the house. Needs to be done through the spring. There's a lot of stuff out there. Wow. I start sifting through my shed, and I got boxes that I was throwing, just cardboard boxes out there because I'd use them to start the fire in the pit. And I got like 6 cardboard boxes back there. I'm like, what, I could have just started. I didn't really need them. I could have just ripped them up and put them in the pit.
That's all you got. When Dr. Nick, he had all these brand new boxes used one time when they were finally able to move back to their house when it was all rebuilt. He goes, man, what am I going to do with all these boxes? I go, did you break them down? Well, yeah, they're like brand new. I'm like, how many you got? I don't know, 60. Bring them on. Put them in the Suburban. Bring them on, man. I'll put them in my building back here because they're great if you're working on something. You lay right on those suckers and you're underneath.
Yeah, you don't have to lay on the ground, especially if it's wet outside. They come in handy.
Yeah.
I even have one sitting right there. I got 3 of them over in the corner that I just got from within the last 2 weeks. Like they build up. They're building up like the plastic bags now. Come on, you want it? Okay, stay down. Park it. Good boy.
Yeah, that cardboard.
Grab him a treat.
You gotta buy cardboard. It's gonna cost you a little bit of money.
Okay. Yeah, it's cold enough for the furnace to come on. That's
Appreciate
for sure.
you, Shari.
Can show on that. Oh, yeah. See, Broke Fishing was telling me he was going to get with me on Discord, but I haven't been on Discord in like 8 years. It seems like.
It's Rumble is. I get it. Look, let's do the math. Okay, Rumble is also a difficult sell to the average. The YouTube is like the mainstream place, and with that comes lots of rules.
Yep.
And those rules don't always work for some, but it's like you have a Rumble channel and you try to get people to come to Rumble, and things are different on Rumble.
Completely. Well, not completely, but there's a lot of differences.
It's a different vibe. It's a different feel. I tried to upload a video to Rumble before, and I couldn't get it to upload. And I'm like, well, I can stream to Rumble.
Yeah, but you need 5 or 10. I think it's 10 followers, don't you?
Oh
Where you can
no, I got
upload or
them now.
live.
I
Okay.
have them all of a sudden. So it's like, okay, let me upload another video. There's a couple up there, and I thought, you know what? This should just be used for live streams and leave it at that. Because here's the problem: your mods suddenly are not mods when they come up there, and then they
Yeah,
have
it's totally different.
a whole new ball game. It's so we're playing on National League Stadium versus American League rules. I mean, it's okay, but I mean, it's cool, but I get it. And so,
you know,
you,
you know what I think the biggest beneficial thing to it is you can stream like here, and you can also connect it, and your stream will be saved on Rumble. So if they knock your channel down, all your fucking videos will be on Rumble, so you don't lose them.
it's a
You know,
good
that's
place.
one benefit I thought was great.
It's a good place to restream the lives,
Hmm.
and that's a good place to do that. Uh,
Yep. And at the end of the show or whatever, you want to everybody starts getting a little crazy, or the conversation gets heated or whatever. You can always just end YouTube and go over there where you know you won't be struck.
right.
You
Exactly.
know.
Once everybody is over there at that time, that's where they're going to be. To said it, that's where they went. But it's
Well, you got to figure also too how Rumble really can't sustain itself at the moment because YouTube's got a quarter of the planet logged in. Not logged in per se, but I think there's over 2 billion people on YouTube alone. That's a quarter of the country or a quarter of the planet.
YouTube is the whole. It's the whole world. So
Hmm.
it's the whole world, and it is in general everybody's go-to world. I mean,
Yep.
we used to do things, and now we do things this way, and
Yep. Interact on a panel.
totally cool. Hey, it's
And
totally cool.
I don't for over 5 years. It was probably about 10. Wait, how long have I been on here? 10 years. No, it was about 7 years or 6 years to 7 years that I finally found out there were chats on YouTube. I was just coming on for music and videos and shit like that.
Yeah,
That was 2013.
the way I found it is one of my little. I haven't done it as much as I used to, but I dig flying drones. So I would just do these drone flights and bring it back in 30 minutes later and make some music up and put it in the editor and put these drone videos up with this music behind it. I never envisioned like chats. What's a live? How do you do a live? And I used to go to like a lot of these live shows on YouTube for drones, and I'm like, wait a minute. YouTube isn't, that's a platform they're on. And that's how I found StreamYard. And when I found that, I'm like, so that's how it works. You want a
It was
lot
real
of,
simple.
you want to start off with 500,000 subscribers, do a 2,500 a month with StreamYard, and it's strictly Rumble, and you're a major league platform. That's crazy, but this is how they do this stuff. So that leaves YouTube for the masses, and the masses need to hear beautiful things. And when you can reach more people, like Motor's saying, it's the whole freaking world right here.
Yeah, you also have to if you really want that many people, you got to start putting up content too. I mean real content. Like you got a
Sure.
drone, like you have a drone. You could just fly the drone up and get footage and shit and put that on YouTube, and categorize it in certain things.
Yeah, that and believe me, I've had just tons and tons of videos. So I store those on little USB sticks, and but yeah, I'd like to. I should do that. Um, I
Plus,
should
you
take
work.
I
You
take a
do a lot
flight.
of.
I do a lot of evening flights, so I'll just do a Pine Tree Kingdom down here flight in the evening. It's pretty impressive.
Plus, you work on vehicles. You know how many views those working on vehicles get? Just like taking off an alternator and do a video of it. You know, if you're doing it, or brake pads.
All
People
right,
will watch that shit.
let me clarify this. Wait, all right, let me clarify this. I love work on vehicles. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I work on my shit. But no, what I got into it because I rebuilt. There was nothing to do when the country locked down. Here's this 91 Chevy I have, and I'm like, let's rebuild it. And yeah, 8 months later, I can tear apart a 350. No problem. I rebuilt the whole son of a bitch with no problem. And I've rebuilt a 91 Chevy Suburban 4x4 with a high top on it. That's my big excursion vehicle,
To,
and now a Land Rover. And but I've learned so much doing it, and I didn't want to put too many of these videos. I have about 14 videos I haven't uploaded because I don't want people to be what you said. Jay Blues is down halfway down in an engine with a torch, rewelding a manifold exhaust tube because it's better than trying to get that manifold off and bust a few bolts and ruin your whole month. So
but
um,
see, that things you could put in there. How to, you know,
I thought
Jimmy
that
rig or whatever you want to call it, because people will Google that shit, and those videos pop up. For different people that are doing that, and that's how I found out how to put my mom's alternator on. I, how do I find an alternator on a Chrysler Concorde 2003? Fucking boom! All these videos popped up. I had to go through the passenger side wheel well, take passenger side tire off, take the wheel well off, and just start taking things out of there. And
you're
the alternator was on the bottom.
100% correct. That's right. That's right.
I didn't know that. Well, I knew I had to come from the bottom. I kind of figured out how to do that, but I didn't know all the pieces I was going to run across, you know, and which order to take them apart.
That's right. Yeah, there's only one thing to do is snap out of it and start spinning wrenches
Yeah.
and just go after it because it's only nuts and bolts. That's all it
Yep.
is. The Rover was a challenge. The Rover uh, was just a big challenge to get involved in because it's British. But once you understand the science and understand where Ford fit into the whole thing and where Jaguar fit into it, you find that you've bought more tools and you find that tools that you bought make up the complete set of everything you'd ever need to tackle a V6 LR3 um, and Land Rover, and it becomes this obsession to want to work on it. There was a channel out there that had the balls to actually put me down for working on vehicles. I couldn't believe it. I write my greatest things when I'm working on my shit. Plus, getting it back out on the road the other night for the first time in 6 months, open it up, and hey, man, you know,
It's a sense of
sounds
accomplishment.
like sounds like an '05 Mustang engine to me. That's saying, "Hey, thank you, I'm alive."
I
I
seen a
love
guy.
doing it. If you do it right, you do it smart, and don't do stupid shit, and it comes out great. But
I can't remember the video. I
I'm
think it was.
easy to hate. Scott Silla, what's up, Scott?
I seen a video, this old Continental, and it was like in the back acreage of a house, and there was trees actually grown up around it. They had to cut some trees out to pull it out. Like the lot wheels were all locked up, all flat. They, I think they put two tires on it and then put a chain to it and fucking yank that bitch out of there. And they restored it. The guy sat there, he took the hood and it kind of like broke in half because it was so rusted.
Wow.
And just fucking ripped that bitch off there. Take torches to a lot of bolts to take them off and shit. It was
You
just.
gotta believe it. Those were heavy hoods. So were anything in the 80s, the Cadillacs, they were just like, holy shit. Body
Cadillacs.
Body by Fisher.
They were good built cars back in the day. Detroit steel.
I got a lot of respect for being able to rebuild the alternators. That one time I showed you that one photo, you pegged it before I could even finish loading the photo. You're like, that's this model right here. I'm like, holy shit.
Yep.
Dead on the money.
I used to know the part numbers when I was working. There's the common alternators and starters. I would know like starters 6413, 6412, 6420. Those were like common numbers. It's just they went for certain cars or certain trucks. You could interchange them on some, just change the Bendix, the gear. And it's the same starter, same mount and everything. You just got to change the teeth on the drive, to grab the flywheel. It's just different parts. The same unit, different parts, different innards. I could take them off the shelf, pull the frame off, put a new drive on, boom, put the frame back on.
You changed the sprocket on it, the gear sprocket.
Yeah, there's a Bendix with the drive that kicks in and out.
Yeah.
When you turn the key. Yep. And that's a simple change. I can build like 50 units with any kind of frame on there and just have those frames clean because I know I'm going to be changing them, the drives, so I could just pop a new frame on there and the drive at the same time. Take me 5 minutes. But it'd take me fucking probably 2 days to build 100 units.
Shit, that's wow.
Well, then it also takes a day or two to get all that cleanup, to tear it apart, and then another day of cleaning. I mean, most of the day, anyways, not the whole day. Yeah, used to do I think one of our records was either 560 something or 650 units in a week.
No shit, those starters are not light. I had to hold one up 3 winters back. I almost had the Suburban done. I was like, let me get new starter on it now, and let's get the other one off. I know there's probably nothing wrong with it. Breaks my heart, but it's also going to break down at some point. So let me put a new one on. A parts. I keep everything. I don't let anything go unless there's a core in a certain city, or if you know the right person, don't worry about the core. And I know the right guy. So I just know that if you got to bench press that at night, it's the best time in the winter to work underneath. You're bench pressing with your lights on under there, man. Go hold that son of bitch up and hope that it's going to line up without the shims in there. And you don't want shims anyway. Something trying to avoid that, but yeah. So I learned it during the lockdown. I thought, you know what, I'm going to have to do this myself, and if I can do this, I can work on Chevys. Well, and then I got into I'm 4x4 freak, so I got into the Rover, and
If you get 4x4s, you better know how to work on them because
That's
they're
right.
more expensive to get repaired by somebody instead of like a regular truck.
You
Four
have
foot
to
4x4s are a lot more
gotta do
cost.
it yourself. You
Yeah,
have to do it yourself. There's no freaking way that
yeah.
there's just no way. I you
When I
put
went to get a truck, my buddy was like, "Don't buy a 4x4 unless you want to work on it, because you're going to
yeah,
pay a quarter times more than anybody would for any kind of pickup just for repairs. You better be ready to pay a couple more $100. If you're going to pay 100 or two, or three or five, you better be ready to pay more."
I found that by learning and doing it yourself and researching the videos, you might spend a month researching videos before you lay a wrench on something in a certain area. Once you understand what's going on, you're going for the part that's bad. You finally pull it and you find out, well, I can get this part. Let's see, the dealer wanted 400, but see, I can get this right here for 85 on Amazon through Bosch Direct, and it's
It's so
going in.
easy now.
And what you've done is you've educated yourself on a specific style of vehicle, and so it's a reward in here.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like I was ridiculed for that on YouTube by a channel. It's just like you got to be fucking kidding me, but you know
Yeah,
that's what I
I
love to
never,
do. So, all right, I'll put a few of them up. I'll add some of them up there, like
yeah,
pulling out of the grocery store in a Rover, opening it up in the first quarter mile to a stop sign, and it's like, wow, I'm gonna drive this thing all night long. That's a good feeling.
I remember back in the day, needed a part or something, and it was just one of those parts that you didn't have to go to the dealer. You could get the new stuff or whatever, but we just go down to the junkyard, find a car, same kind of car, pull the part off. It's a lot cheaper to do it that way than
On
buy
the
new.
older ones, 88s through 90, I would say 94, even 96, your best bet is a good parts yard because you cannot get steering columns or anything like that for Chevys anymore through any distribution anywhere and in the country. It's impossible. So yeah, that you would have to go. But for mostly every, there's a whole new underground of suppliers in the country for like OEM, and
Yeah,
there's some good shit out there for a fraction of the cost of what these
yeah.
dealerships were ripping
Be,
us
be
off.
be careful with the remanufactured stuff.
Um,
I would
on the
go
part,
OEM before that.
if you in no, that's a very good point. I mean, I'm not going to go into it, but I mean, German drive shaft ingenuity, and then today, do I want Uganda over China? Yes, I do. Better drive shaft. Okay, neither one of them ring like a chime when you tap them, compared to the German. The proper term, by the way, is prop shaft. Okay, so the prop shaft from Germany, if you tap it, sounds like a wind chime. And the replacement ones that come from Uganda or China, when you tap them, you can tell that it's not the same hollow. So I'm getting carried away. I'll shut up. I'm
You're all
gonna.
right. What's up? Fast Eddie's in the house. What's happening? We ain't got many people in the house. I just figured I'd pop up, do a live, see if anybody, you know, crew or whatever comes in, want to jump up or whatever. That's why I threw you a link. I think I seen you make a comment somewhere or something. I don't know if I got a notification.
Who, me?
Yeah, I thought was it yesterday or something. So I was like, oh, I'll send Jay Blues the link. I sent Char the link. She didn't pop up though, Char. That's all right. Oh, that's right. She said her internet's messing up. She's having problems internet tonight. That sucks.
Yeah, I found it in my messenger.
I sent it to Z and Broke and a couple others. So, and people know how to share it out. If like if Dr. Nick was around, if you popped in or whatever, you could have sent him. Man, look at what I broke the end of my plug. I don't know if the phone fell, and I was trying to get that piece to fit back in there by cutting the plastic
So
a
it's
little.
just a plug. What is that? A Type C mini?
It's
Type
one of
C?
the new
That's Type
plugs
C
for
mini.
phones.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
I got to take that whole. If I want to repair it, I got to take that whole hard piece of plastic off. But I'm just gonna
No,
go buy
you better get some serious magnifying glasses for that one. I'm sure you've got them.
Hey, I'm used to working with all them small items on the alternators and that.
I bet.
I have to hold everything close to my eyes, anyways, when it gets that small. You know.
You get a new one for. You go on Amazon, it'd be about $8.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Because I know how to rewire all kinds of cords and everything. I've used to do the extension cords. I'd find them in somebody's garbage, like a 50-footer or a 100-footer. Find a nice long one. I'd just take it and cut the end off. Replace the plug.
So it's regular USB on the other end and mini Type C on the end, like that. Yeah.
64 Nova.
64 Nova.
Damn, Eddie, you had cars older than my first one was a 73. Was a 73 Skylark. 351, I think, in it. It's a what's a Chevy? 351 or 350?
I'd probably take that Nova over the Chevelle.
Any day.
Any day, right?
Yep.
I take the Nova over the Chevelle just due to torque in the transmissions. I know somebody and I worked with him closely and helped him sell a '67 Chevelle many years ago, and it was a nightmare.
Nice
with the torque converter. Torque converter was just impossible. It's never right.
I think the Novas were always easier to work on, but my buddy had one. Yeah, I was never really a mechanic. My buddy was, but anything I couldn't do, he would help me or do it. But I always knew how to fucking assemble and disassemble stuff. I was always good at that. Anything. If I don't know how to do it, give me the directions. I'll put it together.
That's it, brother. Yeah, today, especially if you're working on stuff, you can't afford to go to, unless you know somebody, you can't afford to go to, you want all this stuff done, you'd be looking at multi-thousands of dollars just in labor.
Yep.
It'd be insane.
Yep. That's what I might be leaving YouTube every once in a while because I've got a lot of work to do around here. I mean, maybe I'll film some of it, but because I did do a live, and when I fixed my blower motor on the blower intake motor on my furnace, but they blocked it because I was looking up the parts on Google, the motor, and I was showing the company and the price, on the screen. So they blocked it because I was basically, I don't know what part of the terms of service that is, but I was showing pricing and all that. Showing other websites. I don't know what it was. That kind of sucked. But I could probably go back and if as long as it's under 6, I can edit out that part. But that might I don't know. That was pretty cool though, because that thing, I fixed it pretty easy. I was shocked. Saved me over $1,000. Number 2, what's going on? Like, oh no, not the long extension cords, Eddie. I'm talking about the 50 footers and the 100 footers. I used to go around and find them in the garbage because people would cut them or the end would fuck up and they just replace it. Those, I think a 25 footer is like 15 to 20, and the 100 footers are like $30, $35 for a 100 foot extension cord. Them are the ones I use. I got a couple of them that go out to the backyard. I seen them online though, just like you said, Jay Blues. I found them for real cheap, and I got me a 100 and a 50 footer, just
Yeah,
so I could.
you can get some decent ones, and it for if you're willing to pay like around $25 on Amazon, you will get a good cord. It's around here now. You go in and they're just super high, and then I do everything online. It's easier to have it delivered. But if you did have to go to like a Home Depot,
Oh, okay, Eddie.
may as well you're getting ready to break $100 bill. I'll guarantee you.
Yeah.
By the time you're done, you're not coming out for under $50-$60.
I could walk down to the gas station right now, Eddie, and get just the cord for probably $5, but it's a cheap one.
Well, put your own ads on it.
If I wanted an emergency replacement, but I'll probably just wait and get a good cord.
You know what you do is you buy a 100-footer and then get a 4-outlet gang box and put that on one end, do away with the single end on it. Now you got yourself a nice setup. Get 4
You know what I'd like to do is get a desk in that and get me a chair and set up a spot in the dining room, because then I got windows on both sides. I look out and everything, and it gets me out of the fucking bedroom from sitting in here while I'm on lives. That seems like something I'll do this summer as I'm fixing things up. Here she is. She's got her internet working. How you doing, Char? Oh, maybe you're muted on your end, maybe. Yeah. My buddy just called me too, and I missed his call yesterday. I forgot to call him back. Guy helped me with the electrical and the plumbing and all that. We got to finish up the ceiling in the bathroom and maybe the hallway.
So I'm digging the background, man. It's like it's like the inspector's interrogation room. It's like
I got a couple.
staring at it. You're like, whoa, that's really cool. I like it.
I got that one too.
all your backgrounds are cool. Yeah.
I like that one though.
Wow.
What were you talking all this time? Sure.
No, it wasn't letting me. It's kind of just spinning around. Can you hear me?
Yeah, can hear you now.
Okay.
Yep.
Hello, Jay Blues.
What's up, Sean?
and then they turned into the circles of death. Damn.
Yeah, it sounds good. Here, I'm gonna make another coffee. I'm right here.
All right.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be taking you guys with me too to make another one myself.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't mean to call you out like that, Cheryl. No, I'm going. I'm taking you with me.
Okay, well, thank you.
I'm gonna stay right on the live.
Well, I appreciate it.
Yeah, I didn't want to leave you alone. You come right up and all of a sudden we just depart. It's like, what did I do?
Clear room.
He calls me out and then runs away.
It's all good. All good.
No, I think mine's starting to do funny stuff. Every time I come in here, my Wi-Fi, I can see the connection goes up and down, and I'm closer to the fucking the Wi-Fi tower. It's weird.
Might be
That's
something in the
another
wall.
reason. What's that?
Maybe it's something off
Uh,
there
it's just,
right there where your room is.
oh, that's what it is. There's so much electronics in here. I think that's the problem. I got my coffee maker, toaster, can opener, microwave, fridge, fucking. I'm pretty sure that's the problem. Yeah, all the electrical, all the waves going through here. Give 1 second here. Oy. Oh, yep, I do have to replace that ceiling too. I should start working on this inner stuff this week. I can at least start tearing stuff out for my buddy to when he comes in. Oh, K Blue's dropped.
No, I'm right here.
Oh, Char dropped.
Yeah, I'm right
Yeah, I was walking away. I really wasn't paying attention to the screen. I just noticed somebody dropped. I thought it was you. Where? Oh, okay, there it is. I trip over a dog in the dark. You're back, Char.
Again, I'll leave.
That's okay. I understand. You did. I forgot you did say your internet was messing up. I forgot all about that. Yeah, I didn't plan on going live long. Doesn't seem like there's a lot of people. Must be others.
That's probably what's doing.
It's been quiet. Like Jay Blues was saying that last night on his panel. Been quiet for the last week or so.
Yeah, it has. It's there we go. I'm able to change my avatar on the fly. I like that. Okay. All right. There we go.
Yeah, let me pop mine on. Oh, you want to go with the sky? We can go with the sky view.
I had a couple of that there. I figured it's nighttime. I had some aerials. That's a good one that you have right there.
That's from Spain over the Mediterranean.
That's so wild. All right, wait a second here. I'll show you one. This is I didn't want to put it up because I knew you had already had all these cool sun shots. Yeah, let me bring it here. We go.
Yeah, I'll probably tonight just go on Amazon or whatever. Send me a quarter or two, buy a good one. Find it on a good sale.
All right, here you go, brother. I'm gonna change it again. This is at 400 feet up.
Oh, wow!
At least I'm saying 400 feet.
How high does the drone go?
This one can comfortably. Yeah, this one can comfortably go to 1,800 feet.
Wow!
But
Wow!
federal law, aviation law, and you're 400 feet if you are licensed with a
Go higher.
7 and you're, let's say, in downtown Detroit, you go to the tippy top of the antenna on the tallest skyscraper, you are allowed to go 400 feet off of that too, higher. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, I knew there was
I
a
have
certain.
flown this drone super. I've flown him. I know what he likes to cruise at.
Yeah, I knew there was a certain altitude or feet distance ceiling. That's probably the right word that you have for those drones. We were talking about. There's a Johnny. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. I'm sorry.
There's a Johnny 5-0. He's a first man auditor. At least he was. I think he's battling health issues now. But he went downtown LA and he has the license, I guess. He had to rent the space out in front of this building, and he could only have, certain like 100 feet one way, and another, I don't know, a couple 100 feet the other way. He could only travel in that spot, and he had a ceiling, like you were saying, a certain height that he could only.
That's correct. Yeah, they can require that. Plus,
Rent,
it's Class B airspace at all times.
renting air. Oh,
Yeah,
Eddie, Johnny 50? Yeah, he's a good guy too. I haven't seen him in a while. I might have been unsubscribed to him. I don't know. I haven't seen him go live or nothing. Is he still doing lives? I must be unsubscribed to him for some reason. I don't know why. He was a good guy. Yeah, I figured it did, Char. That sucks. I appreciate you trying to come up. Oh, you were up.
hey Pat.
Welcome in. And what? Oh, yeah, I've watched him quite a few years, at least 5. I think he had a bout with cancer. I think he overcame it, but I'm not sure how he's doing. Alice, how you doing, Alice? You know what?
Alice.
Okay, might as well. What do you think? Drop the link.
Yeah, I mean, it feels good. Feels good vibe in here.
Quiet. Might as well get some more people up here. Come on up, Alice, if you'd like. I know, Shar, you're having issues. I thank you for coming up.
Absolutely.
And boom, there's the one and only Miss Alice. How you doing?
Fine, it's not too much trouble. Hey, how's it going? Hi, everyone.
How you doing, Alice?
Oh, I'm doing great. Just got done. I'm so happy with myself because I got all of my laundry done. Well, I got 2 loads still in the dryer, but yay me.
Yeah, that's something
So
I
much
need to
damn
do.
laundry.
That's something I need to throw a load in. It's better to do it at night. It's cheaper.
Well, as much as I do, it's better at night because I tend to take up more than just 2 washers at a time, you know?
Oh, you got the apartment type thing, huh?
Yeah, so I have to actually pay for each load.
Yeah.
And I'm still they're sending me a check of the money that got wiped out of my account, so I'm happy about that. But yesterday was payday, so I put $50 on my laundry card, and that's how much it took to do all my laundry because I'd gone so long without it.
Jeez. Well, I'm glad that's being taken care of. Shit.
Yeah.
Pat, you got a shelter. Wow. You doing okay, Pat? I mean, satisfactory at least, I hope.
Not
And
good.
Char, I hope good luck with you tomorrow. Hope you're feeling
What's
better.
going on tomorrow with Shar?
Yeah, it's her personal business. She might say it. I don't know.
Okay. Well, my thoughts will still be with you, Shar, even though I don't know why.
I shouldn't have brought it up. My fault.
Get off of there. Keep it up.
Tomorrow night, snow.
Yeah,
They said
that's that cold weather that's hitting in the Midwest is going to be heading this way. I think that's going to be the last of it because it never fails. It turns to spring and then it gets cold.
if I was looking at the radar properly, one big thing that's going to run across Michigan. It's a big storm system. The snow is going north of Detroit. We're going to get they said a day of rain. We're just going to get soaked. So that's kind of nice to hear.
Yeah, we got the clouds, but the wind's not letting me stay to do anything.
As long as it don't fucking freeze up and the power lines get water on them and get frozen. That's how we had issues quite a few times. Power lines dropping because they're so heavy from the ice buildup. Then you get fucking tree branches falling too, just for that reason. I hate
No,
my trees.
I'm in my room, so sorry.
Thank you, sir. I didn't want to mention. There you go, Alice. That's why I was saying basically good luck and our thoughts will be with you, Shar.
Right on. You better believe it.
Definitely. So, I had a lazy day. I slept, I don't know, all morning basically. Then I watched watched a documentary, and then I watched a couple videos. Went outside for a while with the dog. First time he's been in the backyard in fucking 2 or 3 months. I let him go, and he ran around the yard real quick, like I'm free. And then he did a round the back end of the gate, and then he came running back up to me, ran back up to the left side of the yard where there's no fence and the logs are, and he started trying to go over the logs. I was like, nope, and he actually stayed. Last time I had that happen, he went right over the logs, and I was fucking chasing him for 5 yards.
That's cool.
Yeah, he's starting to listen a little bit more, but he does. I can't trust him.
Well, now you can and you can't, but that's the golden rule around here is that you gotta have supervision with them because if they see the right critter.
Oh yeah, he goes after them,
brother.
He yanked me off my feet a couple winters ago. It was icy out on the sidewalk, and I was down the street, and a cat ran across the driveway. And I wasn't paying attention. I was just standing there talking to my neighbor, and all of a sudden he just yanked me down. Looking.
Wow.
Yeah, he could pull a sled. I could tie a sled to him, and he could pull me down the street. I know for a fact, but I don't know where he'd be pulling me. Probably up the curb and chasing something, like you said. We went up over 10, and then a few dropped out.
I'm all talking and I'm muted. Hi, Blue. Hi, Blue.
It's been kind of quiet the last week. 7 days on YouTube.
But you know what? A lot of people get on here late now too. We have some of the older crowd that we do our thing during the day and then come on around 10 or 11. That's usually when right now is when I'd come on most of the time.
Well, I tried that last night, but I just wanted to come out just like you did. I just wanted to come out and show myself, still here, everything's cool.
Yeah, I got a phone call or Alice actually sent me a message to come up on Marissa's last week. They were concerned. Just needed some time. Plus, I had personal shit that I had to take care of. I had shit come in the mail. Then I had this benefit card that I was getting sent from the insurance, and I wasn't using it. And I had money on it. I had to fucking figure out what I was going to spend it on. Take care of some business.
So
use it or lose it?
Yeah, it was the end of the month thing. You got to use it. What's that, Jay Blues?
Yeah, so it had a time restriction on it.
Yep. I had $400 on that thing, and I only had 3 days to spend it.
Is it going to roll over to the next month?
No, it does not roll over. Nope. Got to use it or you lose it.
Wow.
But I can pay utilities with it. If I had a vehicle, I could pay, buy gas with it. I could pay for Uber with it. All your meds, over the counter stuff, hygiene, paper products like toilet paper, paper towels, shit like that. Nutritional foods. I can. What else? There was something else. You can actually use it to pay rent if you have rent.
And mine's only good for food, but it rolls over the next month.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know what I've seen those. I get those emails all the time. And now you're living proof that it is for real.
Oh yeah. There's
Okay.
programs out there.
All right, because I get all kinds, it's like, hey, use it for groceries. Well, that usually comes with restrictions. Where are these groceries? What stores are going to take it?
I've worked for around 30 years or more. And my taxes, that's where that money comes from. I've been paying into this country half my life.
Yeah. I think that on that card that they send out, at least from what I understand around here, you have to you can use it. You can buy groceries, Walmart, super centers. I think it has dedicated food stores that went along with the program.
You know what the weird thing is, though, is the money that I get is just around what I pay in property tax. So I'm still actually paying that money out, every year. The money that they're giving me, I'm just paying it out. I don't know. It's either way. I'm paying it, they're giving it, or they're giving it and I'm paying it back. So I'm
No, I
still
get it.
I'm still paying taxes to this day.
That's just it. So I haven't done it, but now it's okay. I got you. So it's for real.
Yep.
Yeah, it's funny how they give you money that you have to use to pay them.
You know, if you make under a certain salary, it's a guarantee. Like if you're getting SSI or SSDI, more than likely you're a shoe-in. So it helps. Every a couple $100 helps.
Well, yeah, there's one that I thought would have been probably legit, but it was just that every little bit helps. The groceries are just astronomical. If you want to eat the way you did your whole life, the groceries are astronomical. And I get it. It's like, okay, you draw a social security check and it's like, this should be a lot more. And so I look at that as like, yeah, that would help out. On the other hand, I'd rather be helping someone else because I don't need it if it didn't exist. I don't have it now. I never had it before. So I look at things that way. There are people hurting out there.
Yeah, people out there that have far less than me. And,
well, yeah, that video Z played earlier had me in tears.
Yeah, I watched half of the one, and then I watched like 10 minutes of the other one. I didn't watch them all. But that's some of the videos I was at the end. I watched what's the documentary? Looking on like the way back in the Revolutionary War times, just history of it. If things could have went certain ways, it would have been a total different outcome. We wouldn't be who we are as a country. That's for sure. But then I start watching these videos. I actually, what was so? There's a guy in Detroit. His name's Colin Detroit. I don't know if he's got Facebook and Instagram, but he's been helping out a neighbor of his. The guy takes care of his kids and everything, and he works. And the guy's like always was at one time he was always asking for little things, and then he just started doing a like donation thing on Instagram, and people were sending all kinds of stuff. He had a whole room full of boxes, like Amazon boxes, and he called, went, I don't know, called the guy, told him, come on up to my apartment. I got something for you. And he told him the whole story and everything. And he's like, all this stuff's for you. This is for the kids and you. And there's this and that, toys and, all kinds of shit. It was just, and the guy still does good stuff. He just did this art thing with duct tape. And the one guy from Kansas City Chiefs is on it. And the guy actually, one of the football, I can't think of his name, the big guy, tight end. He said he wants to put that up, maybe on a tattoo of it on him. I guess he got recognized. Some guy here in Detroit, a nobody. Well, he's become somebody because he's got so many followers. It's what good things that people like us on here can do when we get so many thousands of subscribers. Start helping people.
Right.
Instead of worrying about ourselves all the time and worrying about the problems in the world, let's start trying to fix them.
Yeah, all talk, no action.
Yeah.
Just be, just get on it and make it happen.
Yeah, it would be cool if I lived closer to you guys. Like Z, I'd definitely help him out. I'd go down to the kitchen. Maybe we could fucking get something going, help out a lot more people,
That's an interesting idea. That would have a real cool purpose, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I got the means. I got, a little bit of property and things that I could do away with, and so I could move, I got.
Oh, yeah. Boy, if I showed you some of the photos around here from deep back in the woods of the homeless camps, it'd blow your mind. And I know that this property here has tripled in value. Believe me, I've thought about it.
Yeah, when I was in Greensboro, it's nice down there. I'd walk down this road, and after a while being down there, there's really not much to do when she was going to work or doing her thing. And I'd walk down the road, and there's this trail went all the way back to this lake. You had to walk a quarter mile, half mile, maybe more into the woods. And there's a river. It's not a lake; it's a river. And walked the river. Had the sandbanks. Sat out there, and I think I was doing my writing and shit back then. A lot more of it, and sat out there and go out there and chill. Beautiful country, beautiful area.
You would be shocked at how much of that beautiful countryside has been tree cleared. So it's been clear cut. And
Mr. Dave Brown, sorry, go ahead.
Three. Hey, Dave.
Hey, Dave.
three-story apartment homes have been built. They're all empty, and it just consumes the area. Has grown up and intensified in the last 10 years. You probably wouldn't recognize it. But
Well, you know, the population's doubled in size down there in Greensboro. Easily doubled. It's probably more than that now, but I know it because they only had like a one road that went all the way around Greensboro, and there was like some areas there was no roads into it. You had to go all the way around, you know, kind of. But it's got to be populated now. Amy was telling me that there's a lot of people moving into the area. A lot of Northerners always move south as they get older. They want to be in warmer climate. I know a lot of them went down to Florida and that area, Texas.
yeah, yeah, up in here, it gets very hot. It gets
You know,
very hot.
I love the warm. I love the warm weather, though. I always have. I mean, I wear shorts around here in the winter.
You like that dry? We get a lot of the dry down here, drought kind of. I don't know. I kind of like it. I like that. It reminds me of being back out west. Because I want to, I like the dust.
Yeah, we're more
dry heat, Clint Eastwood kind of environment.
Yeah, we're more of a dry heat, or not a dry heat, humid.
With a four-wheel drive and an electric keyboard that works, and a joint.
I'm going to mute for a second because I'm going to go make my son's bed, but I'm still here.
All right. Yeah, Alice is out there where it's real dry.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like fucking the sun feels like it's half the distance from Michigan. You know, like here you can tell it's far away. You're not getting warm. You go down to Nevada, Arizona area, and this shit seems like the sun got twice as close.
Well, what it is, there's also there's usually zero humidity, which is kind of awesome.
I'd love it, sure. Yeah. Who was it? Yeah, well, your brother, Babette's brother, said he was mowing the lawn one time in December. And I'm like, wow. And I just did that too. So it's getting warm up here during this winter. It's weird. I mean, not warm, but considering what we used to get, I remember winters seemed to last 3 months. You know, it was just snow through the whole time. I think 3 to 4 times I walked out the door and there was snow on the ground, you know, doing lives.
Right on, brother. I'm reading the chat here. Big D, starting to snow here in Denver. Hell yeah. I-25 country, Federal Heights.
I drove through Denver.
Foothills of the Front Range. Yes, sir.
I actually got to drive through the Rocky Mountains. That's my buddy drove when we left here, and I think his friend took over like in Oklahoma or something, and then I took over right before Colorado. And then we stopped in Tucson, and then over to San Diego. That was a nice drive. 2.5 freaking days. But we did stay overnight at a hotel in Tucson. So 10 of those hours were sleeping. We went through
420 to chat. I can't find my camera. All right, here we go.
420. I forgot about that.
420 to
Yep.
chat.
That's who it was, Jay Blues. It wasn't you. I seen Z post those videos. That's right. But I did send him the link too. He must be sleeping. He'd been busy probably all day. Went to the kitchen, came home, posted some videos. He said he's going to be doing some I don't know, some video, and I don't know, he's making like a little movie or a documentary thing, I think.
He put up
That's pretty good.
wasn't the one today was a his premiere live documentary.
I missed it too.
Yeah, it's badass. I'm gonna do my coffee up, but I can hear. But it's bad to the bone.
All right. What's that, Alice?
I said it was heartbreaking.
Yep, it's the real deal. Makes you look at things in a lot of different perspectives quickly. Like I know talk, just action is what needs to happen, people.
You know, I even thought about going around the block and talking to Caveman and seeing if I could go into that house and do some filming or even be on live and just see how somebody lives that has no money, no place. The guy's squatting in a shell of a house. And then people been dumping shit all over there. My neighbor told me there's a car back there, and I didn't never seen it. And then I looked out there and seen there's a truck back there. And I walked around the block yesterday on my live. I showed it. The whole front of that house. People have been dumping toys and fucking all kinds of crap in front of that house. That's where he's staying. They're just using it as a dumping ground.
Well, that's just wrong.
Yeah, he's not doing it. The neighborhood's doing it.
I know. I'm saying that's just wrong of the people doing it.
Yeah. I seen 2 houses away. There's a car in the driveway. All the windows are busted out. I don't think anybody's in that house.
So there's plenty of property to help people, but yet they're not doing anything. They're calling it condemned and ignoring it.
Well, like I said it before. They tore down 11,000 houses in the last 10 years here in Detroit. 11,000.
Wow.
It's like whole city's gone.
Insane.
People. And that's how many houses were either burnt, abandoned. You leave a house empty for 1 year, and there's no heat. Here in Michigan, it starts building up mold the next summer. And then if it keeps going another year or two, the paint starts peeling off the walls. Fucking just goes through all kinds of decay. By 5 years, that house ain't really livable unless you got $50,000 to gut it and fix it.
And then you may as well just tear it all down and build a new one.
That's basically what this mayor that came in, he's like, you know what? We're just going to clear the area. And if somebody wants to come in and buy the acreage and put up a housing, just like they do in the suburbs, put a quarter mile, a cordon or whatever you call it, a community, and they can start selling the houses or whatever again. Maybe that will happen one day. Who knows? Hell, I think they should go to like those tiny homes or whatever. Just clear out an area and make it like a little tiny home community. That would help out fucking homeless and people that are struggling. Just like Z was saying, that's what government needs to start thinking about that. You got plenty of land now. This was a thriving city, and it still could, it still really is, but not like it was.
Yeah, the excuse is though they don't have the funds for it, and And
Yeah,
then
we
they're like,
stop
well,
sending all over bombs and start spending on us.
you know what I'm saying? And then they'll go, well, uh, then we'll be just getting it. We'll just basically be enabling them. You know,
Hey,
here it is actually illegal to give a panhandler money. Somebody that's standing there with the sign saying, "Please help." You know.
there's a lot of cities and a lot of areas they won't let you feed the homeless.
Yeah, we're
I mean,
not
if
allowed to
you,
feed the
That's
homeless
right.
inside them.
Yeah. Go ahead, Alice. Go ahead.
And it's even illegal to be homeless, and you must find a shelter at night unless all shelters are full. You're not allowed to sleep anywhere else.
jeez,
Okay,
boy,
so you have three different scenarios going here. You have the homeless because they wound up homeless because there were too many rules that weren't played by, and they wound up homeless. Then you have the middle class homeless, which is a massive problem because you worked for Sun Microsystems in the whatever years, 90s and early 2000, and all those jobs are gone. So they have all the middle class that moved into their campers and motorhomes, and they are living somewhere and they're homeless. They go to
yeah,
get benefits for themselves, and they're either put on an indefinite waiting list or never to be heard from again. And then we have the third part of the scenario where what everyone will say, let's just say migrants will come over and they will be took care of and they will be given money on a monthly basis on a card that's always replenished. But they also want to work. There's going to be bad in every bunch.
yeah.
There
Like I
were
said to you
bad in
though,
every
also you
bunch
can
that
apply
came
for one of
over.
those cards too.
There were bad in every bunch that came over in what would be your grandparents and great grandparents' generations.
Yep.
Now, I'm talking people that do bad things. I'm not talking about people that came and then they became politician or they became mobster or whatever. Who cares? That's what made this country. Yeah, why not?
Oh
And
yeah.
okay, cool. So, but there were bad people. But today we can focus through the media and expose one side to one side to one side to create a controversy between the people on how they view the situation. Action is needed. If you're just here living off the system, no, you should go back.
Yeah, I agree. Yep.
But
If you're not,
the poor guy that 4 months ago, and this is somewhere documented on YouTube, he was turned away from this place he wanted a job at really bad, as in some part of the automotive business or somewhere in the parts distributorship corporation side of the business. They kept turning him away. 4 months later, he comes back. I want the job that you're posting. Told you got to have this ID, you have to have this. He goes, I have all of that. I'm an American citizen. I earned it. I went through the process and earned it, and I got a job. I'm not living off the government.
yep. I
And
have
the
something to say
crisis
to this.
is gigantic, but that's as far as I go with the topic. I don't care who they are. As long as they're not causing harm, they're not bad people. If they're causing harm, they're not here to make a career for themselves or better themselves. They're here to cause harm, then they need to go.
Hmm.
That's as simple as I stand on it.
I totally agree. And to piggyback on that, and I'm going by Mike's comment. And really, no, I don't want nobody to use free money and just keep doing drugs or just not giving a shit about people, like, doing criminal activity or whatever. It's not. I don't want to pay for that shit. But considering that would be what, 10, 20% of the people that you're helping, maybe at the most 30%, you're helping out 70% of homelessness, the people that need it, that care, that willing to work, or they're elderly and there's no more hope. There's people out there struggling, and there's nothing going to ever be better in their life besides maybe somebody helping them. And I would rather help everybody in this country before I keep sending billions in dollars in bombs overseas.
Okay, I stand with that. So how do you make money? That's what that without going into it, how are you going to make money?
Well, put it this way: we're giving $1 trillion away. When we go to a war, we spend $1 trillion.
Okay.
Now, you cut all this money that you're spending on all these wars. You could use 100 billion, and you could probably feed the rest of the country that's poor.
And I agree.
Just 100 billion.
I agree 100%. So
we need to make cuts in the military. That's my point.
And
we need to make in that military spending.
I am 100% anti-war.
I mean, yeah, we have to protect our homeland and everything, but we're not protecting it by sending billions over there. I mean, yeah, we have to help people, but we can't supply a war, and it's none of our business.
We need a horse to water, but we can't force it to drink.
Well, you could throw it in the water. He'll learn to swim then. That's what I did to my one dog. He wouldn't get in the water. I just pushed him in.
Now, America is not. Let me just say something here. Now, all right. Be more wrong. America is not effed, okay? It's not fucked, all right?
No.
Americans, the real America is waking up in a way that I haven't seen before. There isn't really a division. There's no division, and that's what's freaking this government out. There's no division. Everyone's waking up. We got a serious problem here. We need to step up. We can fix it.
Yep.
We can fix it.
It takes concentration, though. When your concentration's on 10 different things, and 3 or 4 or 5 of them will never help you benefit in your life because you're too worried about some social program or social choice that somebody else is making, and you're always dwelling on that, and it's a problem. You're not solving nothing by complaining about it. I mean, let's look at the things that we need to take care of. Us as a human species, we're letting fucking people out there die in the streets. It's like Z said, the one guy you seen the guy behind the dumpster. I mean, people don't give a shit about this shit. They'd rather worry about who's coming across the fucking street. It's like, what are you looking at? Stop looking at the squirrel.
Now they're looking at their phone.
What's up, you moron? You in an Uber? What are you somebody chauffeuring you? Are you back in the States?
No. Thailand.
You're muted. Hell yeah, he's back in. No, maybe he's not. No, he's still over there. I think. He's over in Thailand or something.
Oh, Demoron?
He was. No, now it's starting to look American. Yeah, he's back in Baltimore. I think he's back in Baltimore area.
Good to know that he got his passport back.
No, wait, that's American spelling.
Yeah. No, we're definitely in the U.S. Yeah.
Yeah, he's been gone for about a month or so. I don't know how long he was over there. I get it. He's probably muted just because there's traffic sounds. I thank you for that, B. Moore. But you could unmute and say hi if you want. Yeah, it is a serious problem that we seem to ignore. I don't know why. And we seem to accuse the people that are going through it. And that's why I don't think they get help as much as nobody wants to pay their taxes, but they're paying taxes. And you're paying taxes for a lot of shit that they're throwing the money away on. It's like, take care of us. Tell them we want, take care of the people in St. Louis, the people in Miami, the people in Benton Harbor or whatever. Stop sending so much money into other countries. What's going on? Salty pancakes. What's going on?
Oh, hey, Salty.
I think that's salty.
That's my guy right there. I love Salty. He's exposing a big hug for me.
Uh-oh. Everybody okay?
Well, yeah, I was shaking out my mattress.
Well, I was hoping nobody fell down.
No, I just turned my mattress a lot. That's all.
Oh, there it is. Okay, the link is pinned. Now I forgot to pin the link. I'm surprised. Oh, be more, and you could go all the way back to it. You must have been able to. That's good. Well, I'm glad you came up. You've got the nice scenery. I appreciate
I was actually a little worried about him.
Why you haven't seen him?
Well, I've seen him, but I know that he was going through some hard times up there in Thailand.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I think I did watch a little bit of his lives in that, and I think it's up to him to talk about that. Yeah, Alice said hi, Salty, if you didn't notice her name on there. Oh, shit.
See, I love Salty because he does show support. A lot of people don't give him credit for the kind of man he is because he's an honest man, and he's got a big heart.
Salty 3. Oh, Salty 3 crew. Okay.
Yeah.
So I have a hard time seeing that on this app. There we go. That's Salty.
Yeah, I'm proud to still call myself a Salty crew.
I'll be right back, you guys.
And I'm so I got to be so anal about things. And when it comes to my bed, I have to have matching sheets with the matching comforter. But my bed's got to be made just so.
Appreciate Shar. Have a good night.
Yeah, Char's a good woman too. I love Char. She's always so nice, and she's got the funniest sense of humor. I sure do love you and miss you. Mommy made your bed. Did you put that plate up where the dog can't get it? Sorry about that. Well, hold on. Mute. What's up, Michael? I thought it was muted. Mute. Mute.
I'm back. Sorry about that. I just heard somebody outside, but it was a neighbor.
Yeah, I was just getting ready to open the door here.
Are you sure it wasn't the shadow people coming back again?
I don't know why I erased that one.
Chat. I'm heading to the sex capital.
For 25 for a BJ. Get it cheaper for in Detroit, probably. You go to the right fucking ghetto area. Good luck getting out.
Well, you guys pissed off Patty for a homie discount.
Yeah, you go see Pissed Off Patty at the Pilot. Be moron. I don't know.
I'm busy right now, Michael. I'm not messing with that TV right now. That's going to be plugged in, honey. I'll plug it in a minute.
No, you're right about that, be moron. They'd probably be drug addicts here. Yeah. There is a different story. Then people would take American money. Ooh, you're American. You got money. Shit, then people live off of $2-3 a day over there. You can't do that here in America.
Yeah, how much was Ron B Moron was telling us that loft cost him to rent? $5?
Yeah, $5, $10 for a bigger one or something, or with something like, I don't know, bathroom, showers or something.
And he had an awesome view, and it was a lot of room.
Nicer than half the apartments I've seen. That's what the kicker is. But you see the buildings there. I see some of them areas they're stacked up on you. Everybody's on top of each other.
Better than spreading out and making the land worse than what it is.
Well, that's what the big cities did. You know, when they first started people building up in the areas, everybody wanted to live right up on top of each other. You go to Westland, and there's so many apartment buildings. It's like there's 100,000 people within a, I don't know, square 10-mile area. It's insane. Hell, I probably got 10,000 people right in this quarter mile.
So what blows my mind is when I first found this channel. I remember one time, I think it was you that told me this. I don't remember, but I asked about that famous pawn shop series on.
Oh yeah, down off of Woodward, hardcore pawn. Give me 1 second. I'll let you continue. Got someone new to the panel. Well, I think he's been up here as yeah. I think he was up here one time. What's going on, Salty?
Hey, Salty.
Well, hello. It is my first time.
How's it going?
It's going great.
Oh, that's right. You were. I was Marvin that I was introduced to before. Isn't it Marvin?
I might have stopped by.
Marshall.
A long time ago. Yeah, Marshall. Marshall stopped.
Marshall. Yep, that's it, Marshall.
Yeah, Marshall steps in the closet and takes over his equipment.
the first program that popped on my phone when I logged into YouTube was yours, Motor City, and I was like, wow, I've never even been here. I didn't even know you really go live. And then I seen
Yeah.
Alice, and I was like, holy shit, you guys are just doing your little thing over here. Pretty cool.
That's awesome. I appreciate you stopping in. You're welcome here.
Well, then you started talking my language about like politics and fucking money, and then I thought, wow, I could get along with this guy because I have a lot of things on my mind too when it comes to like our spending, especially funneling so much money to Ukraine and all the distractions going on with Biden and Trump. And
Yeah, we waste our money. That's for sure. We've been doing it for decades. And this is what the end result is. We got all this homelessness and people struggling. And I just don't understand why we don't take care of us instead of taking care of somebody else's neighborhood. If you get what I mean, the neighborhood of the world. I mean, we're over there in somebody else's neighborhood. We can take care of ours first.
I
That's why.
totally agree.
I mean,
I look at all the money, all this money, billions of dollars being funneled over to Ukraine to fight a war that they can't even, protect themselves from. Russia just wants their property back. But then we have, if you look at the homeless in your city, yeah, I always look when I'm going to work. Let me give you an example. When I'm going to work.
Well, I think he clicked out.
I'll be back.
His audio dropped. If you can still hear me.
I can still hear you.
Okay, yeah, your audio blinked out or something.
So when I'm going to work, I see sometimes this line of motorhomes and a caravan of RVs and trailers where people are that's their last resort.
Yeah,
they're shitting and pissing under the viaduct and into the field. God bless their soul. But when I watched, the politics and money being funneled out, and then our country saying, we're the best and biggest and baddest, and no, we're not.
We don't even take care of our own. How could we be in the top 10?
Let alone, it's way below that. It's probably like the bottom 50.
Yep. Well, America's actually, I think, ranked on freedom or something. They said 26th or 28th. It's like, I don't know about the poverty level, but
we used to be number one.
Yeah. Well, we're the beacon of freedom.
I think that's the illusion of number one. I mean, Canada, look at them. Okay, they're free. Are they free? Yeah. Canada's free, right? Okay.
Pretty much.
Let's look at UK. They're free. New Zealand, they're free. Do you know how many countries are free? But they're not sitting there parading a military around saying, our military is the biggest and baddest because they're keeping us free. Everybody's been free.
Yeah. Yep. That's the illusion of it. That is
we're pumping this money into this military industry, which God bless their soul, but it's everywhere. It's in every fucking country. God, they're building bases. You can't even ask to go on it. They'll shoot you, and God forbid you even question what's going on. And but I think we've been free. Give us your 18-year-old kid, your 17-year-old child. Sacrifice them in the illusion of freedom. We've been free. Canada's been free. A lot of these countries been free. Russia's free. A lot of people are free.
One of those comedians said there's 160 or 140 countries out there that have freedom. We're not as special as we think we are.
No, we're not special at all. That's the illusion. You got to keep the illusion here. You think you're going to give up your own fucking kids to a company that just wants to sacrifice them in the name of fucking whatever oil rights and minerals they need? No, you ain't going to do shit like that. You know what you're going to do? You're going to create this illusion of freedom, and you're sacrificing freedom. God bless the military and the people who sacrificed and went through that shit too. Yes. I'm not trying to stump on that at all. I'm just saying
they're the ones that have done it. They've done the backbone work.
And they'll tell you the same shit. I would probably never do it again. And it's been an illusion. You're used, and then you're shit out, and then you're forgotten about. To be honest, but the whole illusion with politics and Trump and Biden, does anything ever happen to where it progresses to the better with every presidency that we've had? Obama, I thought was going to be the best one, and the change that he promised, and he just opened up the door for LGBTQ rights and transgenders and whatever else, and then you got Trump and his fucking corrupt and weird ways and stealing money. But
You know
what
what?
do you think?
My audio is messing up. I'm gonna mute. How come I can't hear nobody?
You can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right.
Is it his audio keeps blinking in and out?
Yes, absolutely.
I think it could be me too
Yeah.
because I'm at my laundry room and my signal's going in and out.
And it's probably me too.
No,
I just turned it up.
Okay, there you go. Because
Right.
yeah, it was blinking off and then coming back on. Was catching parts of your sentence. But yeah, that's what we've been talking about. Citizen Z, J Blues, and a few others about the homeless. Alice, I just did a live yesterday, and I walked down to the liquor store and come back, and the one guy, he's been here, I don't know, 5 to 7 years. He's been living in this house behind me. There's no electricity. There's broken windows, garbage strewn out throughout the yard. It's destroyed. We had basically a hurricane fucking come through here last year. There's trees down all around his house. It's insane. And some guy's living back there, has no job, no electricity. He's struggling to get a couple bucks for food every day. No shower, no running water. He might have running water there. I don't know, but it's cold if it is. It's like, and he's got a roof over his head. He's one of the lucky ones that are homeless. I don't know. I'd hate to say the word lucky, but it's insane. It's insane. We used to have Telegraph Road and 5 Mile and 7 Mile back in the early 2000s and the 90s. You'd see people walking the streets, sleeping next to buildings and shit. And it cleared up. I mean, Detroit is a little bit better in certain areas.
That's where you're from, right? I'm from Utah.
I live in Detroit. Live in the very west side of Detroit.
I'm in a cookie cutting neighborhood, predominant by Mormons. 90% of my neighborhood is Mormons. Not that's a bad thing. I don't knock any religion. Faith, I think, is everything. But when you say Detroit, we come from two different backgrounds. I live next to a ballpark, and that's where they spend their Sundays. What's it like in Detroit?
Well, it's desolate now. It's not even like my area. There is a neighborhood still here, but compared to what it used to be, the hustle and bustle, all the industries, small shops, all that closed up. 2006 to 2008, there was a crash because the bank bailed out the banks. They set that up in 2000 during Bush, and then it passed the first year of Obama, the Senate, and that pushed it through. And that's what saved the banks. And then everybody, like all the other little businesses, folded. These mom and pop places couldn't buy back. I mean, that was a collapse. That started it, I think, in Detroit. And everybody had no place to work, So people start moving out, finding jobs and moving out of the city. And
then so cities become bankrupt,
vacant.
Yeah. And then it's a struggle to sell people back in.
Yeah.
So that's
there's
how
no
Detroit's
taxes
becoming.
either.
Yeah.
There's no taxes here.
If you have nobody living in homes, you don't have no taxes.
Exactly. That's my point. You're right.
Yeah. That's when cities fell because they rely on that revenue for homes. That's when new cities are developed. They build a lot of homes. They rely on that tax revenue at the end of the year.
Yep.
We put 150,000 fucking homes and then incorporate that city, you have $375 million coming in a year. That's why you have these representatives pay themselves such nice, handsome salaries.
Yep.
But
Now
that's
the
how
money's not coming in.
yeah, and then now the money's not coming in. You get representatives who don't give a shit. Their salaries are shit. The police, they can't pay the contracts. The police don't give a shit no more. They're already one foot out the door looking at other cities to go work for. It's business, and when the city fails, that's how it works. It's like watching a fucking donut shop just be the beginning, a middle, and an end.
Yep. Yeah, we had 2 million people here. Now there's 600 and maybe 700 if they're lucky in Detroit. And it's hard, like you said. There's only so many people paying property taxes here, and now you can't fund the busing, you can't fund the schools, you can't fund certain programs, garbage, and all that.
Yeah, which the city needs that revenue to fund the schools, to fund the infrastructure, to fund the utilities, and that's pretty hard, man. That's a hard hit when you go from 2 million to fucking almost nothing.
Yep. I think
so
it was like 80 something.
So you're still there?
Oh yeah, I'm on the very west side though. I can go 3 blocks and I'm out of Detroit. But I'm still in 313. I've been in this zip code though. The zip code probably goes 12 miles east, and I've been in the zip code for 46 years of my life. No, 48.
Now, everybody from the 313, throw your hands in the air just like me.
That's why whenever I go in your room, I would put 333 in the strong arm, and then 313. Right. From the 333 to the 313. Yeah, I don't go on Rumble. Are you still on Rumble? Do you have a channel on YouTube now that you do lives?
So technically, I'm banned from YouTube, and and they won't. I can't even. I won't be able to have a monetized channel, but my wife is, and we're building a channel through her channel again, and I just have my backup channel, which is the channel that I'm on right now. But most of our live streaming and most of the stuff that we do is still on Rumble.
I have to have Alice send me a link because I don't know if I'm, subscribed to your wife's, or you can drop it in the private if you got it.
Yeah, we still do the same thing. We're more concerned about raising awareness and bringing down Jim Terry. Unfortunately, a lot of people may like him, a lot of people may not. A lot of people are scared to even go after him.
I know. You know me a little bit, and I've never liked the guy.
I don't like the guy either, and I'm dedicated to make sure that we bring justice for everyone to him. And so we're mostly focused on when he goes live and he goes after people and he makes and weaponizes people's conversations or phone calls against him. That we share those live links to whatever authority we can through any kind of email that we can. How do you make this guy stop anyway? I don't know.
What's up, Bourbon?
What up, homegrown cowboys? That gentleman from Bellavies, right?
How you doing?
Homegrown cowboy. What's going on?
Yeah, that's a good character right there. He's a good guy.
Homegrown's good guy. Dave Brown in the house.
Well, when you're a homegrown cowboy, you're that's the genuine cowboy. God forbid you be the one from Walmart.
DK, what's going on? Haven't seen you in a while in here.
Hi, DK.
Yeah.
Hey, DK, what's going on, bro?
So what direction we going down, Motor? I mean, we got Trump running, we got Biden again.
Fuck that stuff.
Okay, where are we going?
I don't know. I tend to.
Hold on,
I just hope for the best, no matter who's in there. I think we need There's one thing about all the conversations we were having this too is a lot of I get into the politic conversation, but there's a lot of people that there's so much division on the internet and everything. It just gets out of hand.
No. You know what? Okay. Trump isn't going to fix shit.
Fuck no,
And
he's not.
neither is Uncle
Neither is
Joe.
Biden.
It's going to take the people to
Yep.
fix it. That's my 2 cents. That's all I'm saying. Like
Do you
it,
think-
love it, whatever.
Do you think that people are waking up though? They're starting to see that both sides are both corrupt and it's
I
all
will
fucked
agree
up,
with
and maybe
you.
we're all starting to come together now.
Okay.
As
People,
long as we can have civil dialect and discord, yes. I know we are coming together.
I know we are because I see it every day. And
Yeah.
it's like, okay, there should not be a division in this country.
See.
We got to work
Back
together.
to the late 60s. Peace.
Woosah. As Z would say.
Everybody on the same team. And that's it.
So I'm 79. I'm only 45. There had to have been a time where there was union. There was a coming together. Maybe it was this peace that you speak about during the 60s. What happened? They must have came in and strategically and psychologically divided people to get people. You know, it's kind of like YouTube, where you got the certain people who want the eye
Yeah,
off
there's
them,
always
so
an us and them.
they create chaos between people. It's like the same role playing that's going on in real life. You got people against each other, blacks, whites, gays, lesbian. You know what I mean? The list can go on. And if you remove all that, because that's the chaos that in this disorder that they've blessed upon us. Once you remove all that, then the people do become awake. Then what? Do we become a threat? Are they
No.
going to turn our own military against us because we become a threat now?
Listen, you've got 10 years on me, and I've got a lot of respect for that. I'm 68.
He's not. He's not. He was born in 79, I think.
I was born in 55.
Hey, Southside, he was born in 79. He's younger than us. He said you
way younger. I'm a fish, so I have more respect. The respect is all yours.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was born in 79.
I have a lot of respect for what you're saying. There are a lot of people that are waking up to the so-called situation. And there's no division. That's the whole key to this. No divide, and you'll get the bad out. As it is, to come two sides together, there's no solution to that. There's no winner. None.
I think I know a short solution, but it needs to be said from a megaphone. Since they have the podium for the government, we need to just tell them, if you want to go back to the times that some of us say, them were the times when corporations were paying the taxes for the country. And that's what made this country strong, because the billionaires were paying the way. And I hate to say that, because now we got trillionaires and they're not paying their way. And they keep making the money and we keep struggling. The wages for a normal family household has not went up, but maybe $50,000 in the last 50 fucking years. Their wages have went up fucking billions because they're not paying as much taxes.
Well, think about how the billionaire business operates. If you're a city and then you incorporate yourself and you want to have a Major League Baseball team there, in order to attract that Major League Baseball team owner, he's going to tell you, you know what, if you want me there, you need to build a stadium.
And
now you have that city is going to force those extra revenue taxes on its own people just to build that stadium for this fucking billionaire asshole who says, if you want me, but think about all the revenue that city generates after that baseball team comes. You got fucking IHOP. You got
it's happening here.
You know what I mean? Once you build it, they will come. That's that. I mean, come on, that's the eye opener here. And
I'm going to tell you three companies.
Tell me.
Little Caesars. You guys can order Little Caesars right now, right?
Yes.
You can order. What's the other one? Hungry Howie's.
That's
You
like a
can-
pizza joint.
Domino's Pizza.
Yeah.
These are all millionaires. They're close to being billionaires. They're billion-dollar companies that started here in Detroit. Hungry Howie's started as a little fucking building as big as the shop that I worked in. There was only 5 people that worked in the building. We had 10 other people working, but this place started out of one building and it's all the way across the country. These guys are millionaires. Now, Tom, I can't think of his name, owned Domino's, bought the Red Wings. Now he's making all them money. He's got a new stadium. The city paid for probably a third of it, the taxes, because there was this little bill that the council put up. Same with Tiger Stadium, or Little Caesars is the one that owns Red Wings. Domino's is the one that owns the Tigers. Then you have the Ford company, Henry Ford Motor Company. It left Detroit, but they bought the Lions. They own the Lions. All these billionaires, and then, like you said, they build them new stadiums. They get us to pay for it, and then they charge $60 for a seat.
Yes. Yep. And that revenue does not go back to the citizens. It just keeps pocketing their pocket.
It goes into their bank accounts.
That's the rich. The rich getting richer.
A few of his constituents did, right? What Bill Gates and a few of his rich buddies did, they actually approached Biden and told him to tax them more.
Well, I think they should have been.
They were willing to pay higher taxes.
We should have never been cutting their taxes in the first place.
It's business. It's all business.
I just think it's cool that them being that rich and actually on their own saying tax us.
It's business.
In the 60s, they start lowering corporate tax. Reagan put it on, hyperbolic, or put it on steroids and said the trickle-down economics, we're going to cut their taxes like 6% or something.
The rich helping out the rich.
Yeah. And they said, it will come down to you and you'll profit from our gains, basically.
Motor, think about it like this. You're Walmart. And I want you to move into my city. But in my city, I charge taxes because that's how my city is funded and paid for. And that's how I pay for my infrastructure, the schools, the
thank you, Dave.
The homeless help and the police and the contracts with the police. That's how I'm funded through taxes, right? So, but in order for people to move to the homes that I want to develop out here, because in order for my city to be funded, it's off the taxes off the land, and so the more homes I build, I can charge taxes at the end of the year to these homes. Yeah, that's how cities are funded.
Yep.
And that's why nobody ever owns their land. It's always fucking leased.
Living on mortgages.
You're living on a mortgage. Hey, you never own the land. But don't pay those taxes and find out how fast you own that land. But I need Walmart to come in. So Walmart comes in. Here's you as Walmart, and you say, you know what? I'll build fucking 12 stores in your city.
Around the city.
Right. But I'm not paying the fucking taxes, your land taxes. Your 20,000 fucking, cut it down to 3. So then you come in, you build, because they know if I got a Walmart, there's an apartment complex that's going to build next to it, then a car dealership, then a fucking IHOP, and then a car wash, and then a soda shop. It just builds from there.
Let me stop you for 1 second. When you bring in that Walmart, and I agree with you, like the 12, 15 Walmarts around the city, and now you also have to think about it. Walmart's just took out Farmer Jack's, A&P, all these grocery stores are gone.
Yes.
Then on top of that, they took out Sears, they took out Hudson's, they took out JCPenney's. Then they took out all the hardware, mom and pop hardware stores. They took out all these other little businesses that were also paying business tax. They just destroyed the little man with the big guy.
Yep.
And they did it right in front of us. And that's been going on.
Why do you think that happened now? and go 30 years ago, and now let's move ahead to where we are now. What do we understand why they would like it to come down to one conglomerate?
Well, that's the thing. They
It's
did
one
say
word
there's a
of
certain
answer
group
to
that
that.
owns all these companies, or they have some donation to them, whatever. That's not the proper word. They're bought into these companies, even if they don't own them. They're funding them because they're the big guys now. That's how
They
it.
become a big control standpoint in the
Mm-hmm.
country.
That's why you got these Elon Musk, the Waltons. Or is it the and that's the who does Walmart? Is it Waltons or something?
Hey DK, how you doing, brother?
I mean, there's a lot of those big guys, Bill Gates, fucking these Bezos, and all these other fucking freaks. They got
Well,
all
you
the money.
wanted Klaus Schwab, but you see, if
Elon
the people
Elon
don't,
is a robot. Elon
if
is an alien. That dude's
He
that
looks like
is
it.
that
who
dude is a
just said
straight
that?
hybrid of something.
What's that, J Blues? I didn't hear that.
Elon is a
He's,
robot.
he's AI.
You really okay? All right. Um,
He kind of looks it.
AI
I've
AI has been in control forever.
in private. I've suggested that before, but yeah. But there should be no division. There should be no need to be division when the country was in not turmoil like this, but go back to the late 60s when the people come together, you know. Did I freeze?
Nope, you're still here, buddy.
Yeah, I can hear you. I had to do something real quick. Yeah, no, I agree with you 100%, J Blues. Everybody wants to pick a side, what politician and everything, and we can sit here and tell each other over and over, and we have. They're both corrupt. They're both parties are making money off of us to rule over us and to sit there and tell us we're going to do this, we're going to do this, we're going to do this, and they don't do nothing that concerns the people. They're always worried about the border. They're worried about the other countries.
That's a distraction.
It's all a distraction. I agree.
I believe there's a robot. I believe it's been if you ever watched The Matrix and seen some crazy shit like that. And here comes the conspiracy shit. Throw your tinfoil.
It's going to get deep.
I believe if you're watching the rise of AI and how fast it's progressing, and
don't know what happened, Jay Bruce.
I don't know what happened. I was playing with the side of this layout.
You push too many buttons.
The internet's not great here, but I don't want to say anymore because Motor knows. I don't go in there. I don't go.
Yeah.
Who believes?
I know what's up. I have my own beliefs of it. And
do you believe a computer's in charge? Southside.
When people come together.
I doubt it.
You don't believe a computer's in charge?
No.
I believe it's all a simulation.
Okay.
No.
Because life is too. If you look, life is cool, right? But it's so perfect. It's really neat when you look at the grand scheme of things, and the way the Bible describes it, like how it formed a bubble and inside of a water pocket and all this other shit. But how life is so perfect. And the rise of AI. Have you ever talked to artificial intelligence? Have you ever been to Chat GPT and just asked it a question or talked to it?
No, I don't even know what you're talking about.
Fuck, bro. Hey, that's try it one time. Go on Google search. Just go on Google search and just go to Chat GPT, and then go into the whole thing of it. And when you're in that little search bar, talk bar, whatever, just ask it a question. Say, you know what? Say, I'm having a hard day today, and that fucking thing will talk to you like a normal human, like a being, but smarter. It's artificial intelligence. It's on the rise, dude. It's
the thing.
It's like the Terminator. Do you remember watching the Terminator with Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Yes.
And the whole robot shit. It's trying to tell you something, Motor.
Well, there's one thing I don't agree on the simulation.
What about They Exist? Remember that movie,
No, it was called They.
They. Remember that? Do you remember the
Yes.
drone flying around? How long ago did that movie come out, Motor? Years ago. But it had
Listen.
it had a drone
Listen.
flying around, my guy.
Salty. It's been
Yeah.
going on since Star Trek.
It's been going on longer than that. It's been going on since the Twilight Zone. The fucking Twilight Zone. They were trying to tell us in the Twilight Zone shit too.
Well,
Sorry,
no, what I'm saying is
too
the
excited here.
inventions. What I'm saying is the inventions that, like, Star Trek had the flip phone. You know, beam me up, Scotty.
Yeah.
It seems like they try to tell us through certain ways, like what we're studying on right now.
Yes.
You know, this is stuff that we're going
You
through.
remember the Star Trek with the whales where Scotty picked up the mouse and goes, "Hello, computer."
And I do believe now you got these smart guys that are out there. You know, our government gets smarter and smarter. They hire in smarter and smarter people. I know somebody years ago that was into computers. He was a hacker, and they paid him to stay, you know, sign contracts and say stay away from government stuff because he was a hacker. The guy was a fucking genius. And he was paid hundreds of thousands to just, you know, sit down. You know, don't
invite the Salty crew over here.
This
You're gonna have to invite all the girls.
Come on, smoke
So
out.
there is guys out there.
This is my
What's that?
right here.
Oh, 420. Smoke them up. But yeah, there's guys out there smart enough that they probably hired in to calculate a lot of these things, which are kind of saying everything's so perfect and everything. And there's just one little mistake and the shit, everything could go to shit. And that's what scares them, I think, because that's where we become so technologically smart, but so intellectually stupid as a species. And that's where the machines take over. It's not that they're going to take over, but they're taking over in intelligence. We're losing the intelligence as we go, you know. So I agree with that part of it.
We've become technically dependent. Depends how you use it. If you use it for a tutorial for whatever you're doing, you're going to see other people that put that up there for you, and then it becomes a useful tool. But if you can't function because on your own, because the power went down for a month and took everything down with it, and oh my God, you're going to start fighting with everybody because you can't turn your fucking phone on, then you're the one with the problem.
Yeah, when our power went out here, it was out for 5 days, and the people came together. It was like you had no choice. The city, the government, nobody's showing up. We didn't even have the fucking mayor out here. I mean, we had 5 blocks of trees and branches and all kinds of shit just destroyed. My fences are both still down. You know, there's neighbors' fences are still down. There's branches, and I showed you all the trees down on the other block still, just laying there. You know, we're not doing nothing that really needs to be done. I mean, there should be people that are working, cleaning this shit up. I don't know where they're at, but they're not doing it. You know, but then there's no taxes, like you were saying, Salty. You got, let's say, 600,000 people. I kind of try to do like a guesstimation math. 60,000 or 600,000 people. There's probably, 200,000 or more households. You got probably half of them are working under the table. So you got about 100,000, 150,000 people paying taxes in the city, which is not going to support the city. I don't care if it's Democrat or if it's Republican. There's not enough taxes coming in, period. And the government has to fucking step in and say, hey, we need to start funding this part of the city, which is a program to keep it going as it was functioning. Because now it's declining. It's just, you know, every city's doing it all across the country. It ain't just Detroit. Because when I start hearing all the things people complaining about little towns and shit, and sometimes I'll say, well, welcome to Detroit. Now you know how it fucking feels. Because we were going through this shit in the 80s. We were trying to tell you people. And nobody was fucking going, oh, you know, Detroit, this bad place, murder capital of the world. They're lazy, blah, blah. You hear all these other things, you know, you can throw religion, race, or whatever in there. And it's really not that. It's just that there's people moving out looking for better things. And when they took away all these big companies, everybody then, the wave just went out of the city. Now there's no more funding. These big cities, that's why you got 10 cities down in your main cities in LA. There's 60,000 people out there in RVs, like you were saying, parked up and along the streets, tents all the way down the fucking main road. In Pennsylvania, you got in the Kensington Avenue, they're all walking around, standing there like zombies with their clothes half hanging off, fucking needles in their arms and shit. It's, and we still complain about stuff that has nothing to do with them. We complain about them, you know, way they're happening to them, but we don't say, hey, stop complaining about the border. Stop complaining about or paying Ukraine or Israel these billions of dollars. If they can't get along, I always say, good fences make good neighbors. Good walls make good enemies. And salty and be moron dropped. That connection's bad everywhere. You know, I couldn't text somebody. They're in Canada, and usually I can, but then there was that outage. There was like an outage, AT&T, or some of the internet and all that was problems last week or the week before. I heard about
correct. That. In Charlotte was one of the cities.
Yeah, and I tried to text him and it wouldn't go through, and his were going through to me, but he wasn't receiving mine. It's just, so there's a lot of internet problems, I guess, going on now. That's the technology, like we were saying. Once it shuts down, people are in fucking chaos.
Now, a technician of mine, Dennis, he had let me know that that there's a lot of groups of people that were just literally flipping out over it. So you have groups calling the cell phone companies. You have groups that if it's out, it's the end of the world.
Yeah. Yep. And it kind of it starts declining though too, because you can't call out.
But
you know, you can't.
Okay, that's true. You can't call out. But what if you were an Uber or a DoorDash? Those ones that were complaining to me were like, okay, look, it's not the cell phone companies. It's not. It's bigger than that.
Yeah.
It's now we're going into a whole other realm of where it is. So it's cell phone related, but it's going into now networks that are probably in satellites. So there was issues. People flipped out. I can't work. I can't work. I can't do. Well, okay. You're complaining to a blank wall. And there's a thing called, you know, having that sense in the back of your mind, be ready for anything. That's the day and age we're in right now. We're very volatile right now.
Hi.
Playing with the background stuff.
Hey, what's going on?
Yeah, this is funny.
Hi.
Feel like somebody wanted to take a shit or something. Is that it?
Hello, Alice.
Ron's mic.
Hello, Mr. Toilet.
How you doing today?
I'm doing good. Are you giving exposing a lot of shit?
I was muted. I was running my mouth saying hello, Alicia, and everything, and nobody could hear me. Oh, you could
Oh,
hear
he does
me?
a funny
Okay.
Trump one too. That's hilarious.
Funny Trump. All right.
Trump.
I think I have a Trump voice. I do. Watch this one. Yeah, thank you, thank you. Thank you very much. Hey, Alice, how are you doing tonight?
You almost got it. I remember. So you found your old program, huh?
Yeah.
That's a wig on your hair, isn't it?
I just barely put it on. For you, baby. Those real set you got going on.
Well, I'm glad you stumbled across us. That's pretty cool. That motor happened to have been on your feed when you downloaded it.
Anything for the chart.
Look into those eyes.
That better?
Yeah. What program are you using?
I'm using artificial.
Sorry about that. I'll be right back.
Yeah. I live in the computer. Is that better? Can you hear me now? Knock, knock. Hello. So I am running for presidency 2024. Please vote for me. I will fuck up this country. Yes, it's already fucked up. Biden is doing a horrible job. I will do an even worse job. Yes. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah. Well, you already know. You already know. Vote for your boy. Vote for your boy. I'm going to take over this shit on this place. Oh, Mauner, how you doing there, buddy?
Oh boy.
Oh,
All the
boy.
things I could say to the real one.
Hey, Darlene, how you doing?
Well, you got to be careful because you realize somebody flipped him off as he was going by in his motorcade, and he actually had them arrested.
That's right, Alice. We had him out in jail, but it was a really
Threatening.
nice jail. The staff there are really nice, good people. You know, they pay their taxes on time. They vote for good people like me. And you know, you got to give it up to those and the pancakes are good there. Have you ever tried the pancakes out of jail?
I heard they were salty.
A little bit salty, Alice, but the sausage and gravy is great. Yeah, I tried it. It's good. It doesn't kill you. You know, you gotta treat the inmates good and make sure they're fed, and that's okay.
Darlene, well, my volume just went down. Darlene, what's going on? How you doing?
Hey, Darlene.
So, I don't want to go into a fake interview. I feel awkward.
Well, if it's the same program he had before on his other computer, he's got some funny characters on there.
Let's see if we can find some more.
Kind of like what Jake was doing, except for this is a little better because he's got the voices to go with it.
Citizen Z
And the
has
personality.
Citizen Z has a few. If you go watch some of his videos,
Oh.
he calls people out and he does it in animate or whatever that is right there. And Marshall, what's going on?
Hide your gummy bears.
Well, welcome in. Welcome to Detroit, Marco.
What's up, dude?
How you doing?
Bro, I'm doing good. It's been a long time since I've seen you, like forever, right?
Yeah. It's been
What's going on?
just hanging out, surviving, living the good
I
life.
can't believe you stole my gummy bears and didn't call me the next day. How dare you?
Alice, you know what? Do you remember that time that we went for a walk and we went for a walk down the beach and like you took me to the casinos and you're like $5 to let people like touch my head and you're like, you know what? Look, Marshall.
I thought we had a good deal going. You should have let me auction you off like I wanted to.
Oh yeah, everybody does too. But come on, Alice. You're like, girl. You're too stuck on the gummy bears and the slot machines, and you're like jiggle, wiggle, 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 wiggle it. It was too much, girl. I hear you're hanging out with Marissa.
Yeah, that's my girl. I love her. She's awesome.
Oh, where's she at?
We love it when you came up the other night. Thank you for that. You should tell Exposing to come hang out with us sometime.
Marshall actually showed up on Marissa's last week. See
No,
all the
not
stuff.
last week. I think it was the week before.
Huh. I must have missed
It was a while ago.
You were there.
Ladies were out of control. I was seeing so much boobies going on. I was like, what the fuck? Oh shit, cousin. Like a lot. Yeah.
What's funny, Motor, is he's actually very shy and sensitive in that aspect, and it's so funny. He had to have been blushing hard. I gotta ask Exposing about that.
I was, look, Alice. Look, my cheeks are turning red right now. Look, see him? Oh, girl.
Marshall's shy with the women, huh?
No, after 3, I loosen up, though. Oh, shit, cousin. Oh, you guys are my cousins.
A dinner and a couple drinks, and you're almost in the door.
We're ready to go. You ever been in a spaceship?
No.
I'm going to take you. Where do you live at?
Where are we going? And how fast? How fast can we get there?
It depends on how much we drink now, and how fast you can hold on. Alice has been. Alice, I took Alice for a ride. She's like, "Let's go for a dip." I was like, "Oh, for real? You really want to? You really want to go for a ride, Alice?" And she's like, "Yeah, let's go for a ride." Fuck it. I mean, like, you're gonna kill me or anything? I was like, "Kill you, dude? Calm down." Like, all
Dude,
right.
he just pushed me out when we were all the way up in the stratosphere.
Yep. She floated like an astronaut.
That must have been fun.
Did you enjoy it, Alice?
You know it. He rocked the world.
Mm-hmm. You know it.
Round
You
the
got
world
some
and back.
alientation.
You know, he stole Belvie's bra.
Uh-oh.
Yep. She called me over too. I got all kinds of information and text messages and screenshots of Bellevue.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
You want to know about it?
I don't know. Is it
How many gummy
classified?
bears you got? I'll sell it to you.
I got Mike and Ike. I got Mike and Ike.
What colors? You got what colors? Like the green ones and purple ones?
I have cherry and watermelon.
Mm-mm. Nope. What else you got?
I can't even find them. I know they're here.
Are you looking for them?
Yeah. Oh,
Can I
here
come
we go.
over?
Yep.
What you got?
I got a box for you.
Oh, cousin, you got the good ones. Did you go trick or treating?
Nope. And there's watermelon too, if you like them.
Where'd you get them at? Family Dollar?
Yeah, you don't want to take
Dollar
Marshall
General?
trick-or-treating. He'll do a bag grab and take your shit and run. And
They're probably
so fast.
I
the
had people
cheapest candy at the gas station.
Oh, looks yummy.
No, I don't think Pissed Off Patty allows him there.
That. That.
What's wrong with?
Pissed off Patty was a Patty that was pissed. Pissed
I
off
think I gotta refresh
Patty.
my StreamYard.
Pissed
I'm
off
having audio
Patty.
issues.
Pissed off Patty was
You
a
can do
pissed
that, and then it
off
won't
Patty.
end if you just exit out without ending,
No,
as
I'm
long
gonna
as we're still
refresh.
up here.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Hey, girl,
refresh
you
my
gummy
StreamYard.
bears?
Yeah, you get this white circle of death.
Oh, look at me. God, I look good.
Welcome to the new
I got,
show, ladies and gentlemen.
yeah, I got this new lotion. I got a new light today. See how it looks good on me? It shines so bright. Yeah, I plucked my eyebrows today too. Can you tell? Uh-huh.
You don't have eyebrows.
Girl, you don't know. You can't see them. The light's bright. They're like blonde and stuff, and they like can't see them. I plucked them. That's why they look so good. I moisturized today.
Look deep into my eyes.
You want to look into my eyes, girl? What you want? Come here.
You're too funny sometimes. Ooh.
Yeah, you like that, huh? Yeah. Look at my teeth.
But
Ah,
for real though, I gotta ask Motor what it starts with a B. I can't remember his name, but he's actually pretty cool because he actually captures predators on the internet. He sets baits for them. That was what I was texting you about. What was his name again? Bryden? Was that his name?
Yeah, Bryden. Yeah, he's a good channel.
Yeah, I was saying that Salty might have been. Salty should check him out because he talks about catching predators on the internet and all that.
Yeah, he spreads awareness. I think every couple days he does a premiere where he gathers information that all the guys that have been arrested or sentenced, and he does shows on them. You know, like trying to bring awareness to all the child molestation, the rape, and all this abduction shit that's going on. They just found here's something Salty might want like today I read on the news or in some article they found a girl. She's been missing since 2017. They found her in a motel on Michigan Avenue between Inkster and Middlebelt, and she actually called her mother. And the mother, I got a hold of the police, obviously, and they raided the place and got her out of there.
Oh my gosh!
But the damage was done already. How old was she?
I didn't see because I don't think they even had. Oh no, all her personal
well, if she was
information
under
was being
18, they
withheld.
wouldn't have shown her face.
Yeah, they're holding all. That's what it was. They said they're holding all informations for her, protection, and they're fully helping her, to get through what she's going through. Basically, she probably needs a lot of mental health right now. She probably maybe an addict. Who knows?
That's too
So they
bad.
made her a slave, basically, prostitute her out.
I just thought that you would actually like talking with them because being part of the hour, what was it called again? OUR? Underground Railroad.
Yeah, Underground Railroad. Yeah, that's the name of that guy's channel, I think, isn't it?
No. That's those are the people I was telling you about that Salty helped out.
Yeah, but I think he has a channel called Our OUR capital letters.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
But there is multiple ones. Ghost, LC Predator Catcher. There's quite a few out there. LC's got like 600 catches in a year or two.
Hi, Dave.
I'm big into that. I used to be big into that. What's up, Southside? Welcome back.
No, I'm sitting here. I'm sitting here just toking and just going looking at some stuff I got going here. But
you ever seen an alien before?
What was that?
You see how much you smoked? Hey, you're so messed up right now. You're probably like, who's this alien? Am I so high?
Meet Marshall. This is Marshall, Southside.
What up, cousin? Hey, Southside. Guess what? Southside, guess what? I ate a gummy bear. I ate a gummy bear.
I'll
did.
smoke to that, I guarantee you.
Will you? That looks like look at that. Looks like a wood pipe.
Salty Southside is really talented. You should hear him play.
Yeah, he's great with keys. He plays keyboard and piano and that. He's great.
Yeah, I think we have I think there's a little bit of a live tomorrow night and then a jam over the weekend.
Yeah, so everybody sub up.
Any chance you can give us a little teaser right now?
Are you're near the Keys or anything, Southside? You haven't played. Are you able to?
I might be in a little bit, but I'm right at the moment, I'm not.
Oh, okay. In a different room than that.
I'm in the room, but a little bit I might be.
Okay. Cool. Sounds good. What's up, Mr. Dave Brown? Alicia, thank you for coming in. Yeah, Alicia, I don't think you're around all the channels and that, but Southside's a good guy to sub up to. He plays a lot of good music. Him, Dr. Nick, bass. Sometimes there's other people that play at different instruments come up. It's a good time. It's a chill atmosphere.
Appreciate you, Motor.
No problem. I'll even drop the link unless Darlene can find it, but I know right where it is. I'll get it.
Oh, I'm sure Darlene's right on top of it. She's good at that. Her and Sharp both.
Yeah.
Hell, I got it probably on my clipboard.
Play it.
Play that funky music, white boy.
Oh yeah. Got you guys where I want you.
Smooth sounds.
The smooth sounds of nostalgia.
Anybody wants to come
Alice?
on up?
Alice?
Yes.
Darlene? Dave Brown. House? What's up, Alice? Why are you looking
Dave's
like
my
you're like
buddy.
80 years old over there with your binoculars on? You can't see like.
I love this one because it's a meme that says, "You call that a penis? I swallow pills bigger than that."
Do you remember when Kaylee said she swallowed? Just kidding.
Somebody else said that the other night on Marissa's.
That they swallow? That's gross.
Yep.
They swallow like food or something? I don't know what they said they swallowed.
I hope it was. It was protein. That's for sure.
Gadget. Hey, do you ever watch Inspector Gadget?
Always when I was a kid.
Yeah. That was a cool one to watch.
Go Gadget Arm.
Go Gadget. Do. Let's see what else we got going on over here.
Inspector Gadget. Da 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 da. Da 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 da.
Is that your mugshot, Alice?
Mine and Marissa's mugshot.
Uh-oh. Was that the last time she came to Vegas?
No, but it went perfect with the start song that we were doing. You know, something bad's gonna happen, and then Stormy planted the face on there for me for the background that I built for it.
Okay, I seen the one where her and them two got married. I seen that one. That was
Yeah, Stormy was
Stormy's
good at
pretty
it.
good
That's
with
why
all
I
that.
asked her to do it to this one. Marijuana leaf. You know, Stormy's going to be our special co-guest host Saturday.
Awesome. I'll be there. At least for a little bit.
Hey.
Hopefully.
Oh, yeah.
How high are you? How high
I'm
am I?
high.
That's too funny.
Now all we need is Tommy Chong to show up.
Or at least Z2 because he sounds like him.
That's what I meant.
How much have you smoked tonight? I've smoked a little bit too much.
I've smoked a little bit.
You like
About a
on that
joint
movie
and a
Get
half.
Crazy with the joint that's running around down the hallway, half burnt? No.
Oh, light it up, smoke it up.
Smoke 'em if you got 'em.
Inhale, exhale.
Puff, puff, pass.
Puff it, then pass.
The 10 amendments for smoking weed. Thou shalt always pass to thy left.
No double toking.
Thou shalt always provide thy own flame. Actually, it's thou shalt always go puff, puff, pass. There's actually 10 amendments to smoking weed. It's funny as hell. Thou shalt refrain from lacing someone else's stash.
Yeah. And no seeds in the joint.
No seeds, no stems, no sticks.
Shit, nothing has seeds.
Icky, if you know what I mean.
Oh, yeah. Oh, boy. Smooth. Oh, boy.
Yo, hello.
What's
Yo
name
here.
So what's your name, Mr. Leaf? Is that what it is, Mr. Leaf?
Buddy.
Buddy. I had a cat named Buddy. I hear a little music in the background. A little piano.
Yo, hello.
Uh-oh. Hello.
Maybe a little bit more Elon.
Elon Musk?
Didn't hear that.
Elon, yeah. Elon. I am Elon. Elon Musk.
Elon Musk high on weed.
Elon the Musk. The little cage.
There's probably a strain out there about that. Elon Musk.
Now that guy there is a spoiled brat.
Elon?
Yeah.
It's actually Darlene's Salty 333 crew, or your channel name.
Yeah. Salty 333. Yeah.
Oh, you got it right.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Salty 333. Yeah. That's true. No
Yeah, I can drop it. That's right. I forgot. Give me a second. I gotta go grab it real quick.
Thank you.
Thank you, Alice.
Yeah, because I am not subbed up to this channel. I was subbed up to your old one.
Yeah.
Gonna get higher.
Everyone with me. Here we go. Kids dancing with me. Come on. He twisted out. Here we go.
Oi, 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 oi.
Pizza. Pizza.
Pizza. Oh, yeah.
Tacos.
Hey, taco.
Ice cream. Come on.
Pie. Apple pie.
Hey, there you go. That's the spirit. Yeah. McDonald's.
No, McDonald's. It's not. Don't give it to the kids.
Hello.
Hello. Southside, Alice, where'd you go?
Yeah, I'm right here.
I'm right here. I'm dropping it right now.
Whoops. There we go. There. Everybody, subscribe up to SOTU if you like.
That's my backup channel. Yeah.
Definitely, I'm gonna hit that link. Let's see. Oops.
Thank you. Thank you for.
Appreciate everybody for coming in. Marshall, Salty, Southside, Alice. Oh, Stony
Jay.
Baker, welcome in. Go Gadget Motor. Darlene, thanks for sharing the links. Alice, thank you for sharing Salties.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Make sure you guys go sub up to him because he's awesome.
We used to have electrifying mojo over here in Detroit. Yep, he knows who you are, bud. He said hi, bud. Stoner, he indulges. I think Mr. Bud just went to get salty.
Yeah, he did.
That's my favorite part, icon right there.
I always have fun with those characters.
It's pretty cool with Salt Shaker.
Remember when you came up with that pumpkin head and I started telling her I can give her good recipes for pumpkin shake and pumpkin pie and
Yeah, the pumpkin one was good.
Pumpkin pie and some whipped cream.
You know what was funny one time, Motor, is he did a prank call and he called us, I think it was a hotel, and he was saying, well, can I rent a room? Is it okay if I use Mr. Bubbles?
Oh yeah, you guys like to do those prank calls?
Yeah, we when Girl Ryan was over here, we did a couple times. It was pretty funny too.
She copied off us.
Me and her called a furniture store and asked if we could come try out one of the beds before we bought it.
That's a good one.
Oh boy, it was funny because I called and then she called back, or she called and she said, yeah, my husband called earlier and she just fed right into it, piggybacked off of my phone call. And then everybody left the panel and I called him back and told him he was pranked both times. And the guy took it like a fucking trooper. He was he was all cool about it. We were like, we're serious though. You're like, she was saying, we're going to call in and rate you as the best we've ever talked to as a salesman. And but I kind of threw the same thing. I said, man, you got a good sense of humor. You played right along with it, and you didn't take no offense to anything, and you were trying to help as much as possible. But it was funny. You'd have to watch it or listen to it. Girl Ryan's got it on our channel, actually. Us calling. She called a couple other hardware places looking for wood. Who's got the hardest wood? That was pretty funny too.
Good times.
Yeah. But there hasn't. It's been dead the last week or two. It's died down for some. Well, I know for some reasons, but I guess I need to check out some of the old communities because I don't go over your guys' area, anymore. There's a few other places I don't go, but I was playing poker for a while, and Mosh ain't been playing poker the last few nights. Plus, I don't know. There's some people over there. They got their own ways. I'm not dealing with all that stuff anymore. Some of their bullshit.
Well, we should build a table and have some poker night live. Build a virtual table and play some Texas Hold'em.
We play over on Broke Fishins on Wednesdays. He always does one. Yep.
You guys do it live?
Yeah, he does it on YouTube and Rumble.
That's cool.
What's that? I'm sorry, I had to go put my son to bed.
I was talking about Broke Fishing playing. He plays pokers on Wednesdays, but it's during the day too. That's the only thing. It's I think it's 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. I think it's 5 o'clock in the afternoon, maybe 6.
Okay. He'll be back, or he's still listening at the very least.
Yeah, he dropped off once earlier. Speaking of vape pens, I haven't even checked, Alice, the news on that building that blew up.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Because they probably got more information on like how far or how much debris and canisters all around the neighborhood. They were showing piles.
It's been a really good explosion. It's funny how only one person ended up dying, and it was a poor 19-year-old kid that was like a mile and a half away and got hit by debris.
Yeah, it's weird because there's one video I watched, and it was a quarter mile away. And there's this video. It's a bunch of young guys. You could see like the tops of their heads. The guys panning across the where the explosions are coming from, and you can see the people at the fence basically. And it's all young guys. It's kind of like, wow, he was 19. He's red hair. I think he had glasses. And he's just like your high school kid, and he was probably out there watching it, just like all them, and got hit. We used to have this guy down the road. He blew fireworks off. He went to Ohio to buy the really good ones because here in Michigan they were illegal back in the day. Now they're legal, but used to buy these coconuts, and you would put a coffee can out there, and you'd light it and drop it in the coffee can, and that thing would fucking shoot. It was just like the regular fireworks you see downtown almost. It's like just a little bit less grade. But one of those blew off in the park. It didn't shoot off the ground. The can got knocked over somehow or something, and it blew up in the park, and a piece of something hit somebody a couple houses down and hit him in the shoulder. I don't know what it was, but he was bleeding. That's what shit happens. Explosives. They're dangerous. Hey, thank you for stopping up, Salty. Appreciate it.
You know, I have an uncle that, I had an uncle, he passed away though, but he was missing fingers and everything. And they used to always tell us that it happened with the fireworks, that he blew his own fingers off, but I think it was because he was messing with things he shouldn't have been messing with. And I had one of those cat fireworks, you know, those little ones that you can get, blow up in my hand. And I was afraid to look at my hand, and I was telling my friends, no, I blew my fingers up just like my uncle.
I had one of them go off in my hand like that, and it didn't do no damage, but it fucking stung.
Well, yeah, it stung, and I was afraid to look though, because the first thing I thought of was my Uncle Billy and his missing fingers.
Yeah, it can happen. It can happen. I've seen it. Don't play with explosives. Well, not the big ones. Stay away from the big ones, especially. But yeah, we've been up here for 3 hours. I think I'm going to shut her down. I appreciate Alice, Southside. You guys are awesome.
Thanks for having me up. Thanks, Salty. It was awesome hanging with you again.
Appreciate you, brother.
Appreciate you, brother.
Nope. Hey, I appreciate you. And everybody in the chat, I thank you for stopping in. Mr. Dave, Darlene, Salty, Stony. Appreciate everybody. And everybody that I missed. Have a great night.